Hello and welcome back. I hope everyone had a lovely and refreshing break. I certainly did. And welcome to our episode 15 of the Chronicles of Amar. We are very excited to be back with you after our break. I'll throw very quickly to Andrew. I just fix that camera up.
Well, while Luke fixes the camera up, it's never an Auto Coastal Conclave stream without a little bit of technical. Never an Auto But you know who doesn't have technical issues? Our wonderful sponsors. And yes, we have three primary sponsors. We have affiliates. Sorry, they are Eldritch Foundry, who does the fantastic sort of like 3D modeling website where you can create your own hero. They do 15% off, and you can grab that code in our description or just below Luke's little box. There'll be a little ad reel thing running, CConclave15. And for our second one, it's Roll with Advantage, who still has a website link open for Roll with Advantage /Coastal Conclave. You'll see the link below as well, and they're offering 12% off. They're fantastic dice for one of the best, if not the best, die shops, online die shops in all of Australia.
Prove us wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the proof is on you.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously we still continue our community engagement partnership with Elemental Arcade down in Gosford on the Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia. We will be looking to do more events with them in the coming year now that we're all back and everything's settled down. They've moved into their new store. And yeah, that's pretty much it for our affiliates and stuff. It's back to you, Luke.
Thank you very much. And there you go. That fixed the microphone, which came unplugged apparently. So alright, always microphone.
Yeah, make sure we have audio.
Should we ask the audience, do we have audio?
Sure.
Not once for yes.
We lost half of episode 14.
Yeah, because of audio issues.
Alright. So we will pick up where our previous session finished off, which was if you listen to the Arcane Recap, which is currently on our socials, so head over to our Facebook and Instagram and YouTube if you would like.
I listened to it, but I couldn't understand any of it because I was like, why the heck did everybody go there?
Well, do you want me to go into more detail now? Session 14 was an interesting one. We were a lolly put Falstus down as Falstus went looking for Loput after his harrowing, I guess, moments of clarity that his house may not be as auspicious as it may seem.
It's pretty close to an existential crisis.
Yes.
Yeah, getting there.
Yeah, that's fair. Falstus was worried, so he went off, which was very poor form because he left Eleni, Ysmir, Isabel, and Lilith alone.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as grown-ass adults.
Yes.
We sure don't act.
No. But the funny thing is that I believe we began with Ysmir, Eleni, and Isabel still outside, having just recently gotten the Inquisitor to call off the attack on the tavern, where what would you guys assume is the Queen Seraphine is the mysterious spellcaster that they've been hunting. And there was obviously Lilith inside, so you guys went in to try and retrieve her, and nobody was there, including Lilith. The only things that I believe the group found was a cryptic message, obviously scrawled with arcane, probably a prestidigitation or something, in the ground saying Aradan. And it was very quickly that they realized that a certain item was with Aradan, and that this Lady Seraphine was looking for said item and had now disappeared with Lilith. So the group went back to Arctic's tower and needed to get some more done because they were just like, we should probably not have that thing just sitting around with Dwarf, especially when it's clear that the jig is up.
How is the jig up though? I want to know.
That's a good question, because the group met a new companion for this period of time, a gunslinger who is here to help hunt your mage friend down, Isaiah Steele. And he is, he's no-nonsense mercenary, and he assisted the group. They went to Mordon, met with Aradon down in the lower depths in some of the forges. He did indeed have the Clockwork Moon, or whatever it's called, still safely stashed in one of his old blacksmith shops. And when you guys went, when we went down there, a bunch of dwarves showed up looking for him, and fighting broke out, as it does. And it turned out once we dispatched them, and one of their number was just knocked out, and then put through a very strong persuasion process.
Did you water him?
I mean, he was hung over the portable hole that Eleni had, so
Waterboard.
yeah. And basically said, where did you get the information about Aradon, all that kind of stuff. And apparently there is a contact in the Hammer and Tongs Inn that set up the hit with this mercenary dwarven group. And that is where we ended.
It is indeed.
I'm still reeling from the fact that there's firearms in this world.
Well, you've
It's
met
still quite rare.
you've met the inventor of them.
Is that Aradon or Isaiah?
Isaiah.
What was his last name again? Steele.
Middle name Remington.
Let's
Steal
steal.
the
Yes.
I think it would have to.
Yeah.
So, quick question. So, originally, the Clockwork Moon was something that we thought was part of the seal.
It opens the seal to the ancient, the devil, the leader of the devil army.
Yes.
And
Are we-
Seraphine is trying to obviously unleash that.
Right. But that is that an adjacent plot or something that's directly related to the alignments and the potential?
The alignment is it's
They
it
both sound bad.
connects to
They
it
both are bad.
because he's supposed to lead the army. Read your notes, mate. He's supposed to lead the army that attacks the divine prison thing that's holding all the bad deities that are held away.
Divine pristine. Read his notes in.
That one episode where you maybe go over all of this in one second.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, episode 9, Law Dump.
You know what's even hilarious? That was the episode I wasn't here.
You got no excuse.
Right, and I note that the Dungeon Master is quite quiet through all of that, neither confirming nor denying the connection of these two potential.
Shall forever remain a mystery.
Mhm.
It's making a
We
bit more
lost
sense.
episode 13.
So that's why we're in Mordon.
Yeah. Prestidigitation, Aragen, Mordun. Makes sense.
The situation
So
with
it's
Lilith
actually-
is very much up in the air.
Well, there would have been
The
much
group
more
has
depth if
the
she
group
was-
has no idea if she was taken by force, if she went willing, but she left a message about Aradon, and that's the only information everybody knows, except maybe us.
Didn't we find it in like a trapped room?
It was underneath the table
Yeah.
that she was sitting at, where Izmir saw the deal happening.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Feel free to pause, rewind, play it again.
You might need to.
in the recap anyway. Alright, so
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what Isaiah said.
we'll pick up with our missing group members who are off contemplating their newly found family histories in Lollywood.
I'd like us to come back in like mid-argument between Falstus and Lollywood.
So technically you guys saw Ishmael, so we could fast forward to you have gotten teleported by our friend mage friend.
The great thing is that we're probably arguing at every point, so wherever you want this.
Did you say,
Like an
you said
old
they come
marriage.
back in though, right? Did you mention them come back in?
No.
Oh, so I imagine the argument would be happening as we storm into the doors of the comeback in Ishmael.
Go ahead, pick it up.
So
I don't want to. Look, I don't know how many different ways I need to say this to you. History is history. You just have to move past it. No more alcohol. It won't solve anything for you. Lolliput.
I'm not denying history.
I start shaking him. You're not listening. It's clear I've had a few too many breakfast wines myself. I'm not a good example in this moment.
So for the listeners, you'll see a quite immaculate, although maybe a couple of wine breakfasts in, elf in priestly robes. Is that still the case?
Fine beard. Yes,
shaking a dark elf who is wearing a very brightly coloured cloak and is looking a little bit frazzled from his normally quite controlled friend who is manhandling him. Check your hands off me, Falsus! History may be history, but I don't have to like it. I certainly don't have to keep putting it. Oh! Are we walking to when everybody else is there?
No, they're currently in Morton. That's Turkish for all, the Elven capital.
This is the comeback in, is it?
You're going to come back in, and you know that the gnome Arctic will teleport you when you're.
I can't remember the innkeeper's name now. I have it in my notes, but I feel like he's been seeing this happen for and maybe we've been there. I don't know how long this party been going, but I'm thinking it's not the first time since we returned to Ishvanor that we've been busting through these doors arguing.
It's just regular.
It's only been really a few minutes real time.
Yeah.
You went
Couple
teleported and had a fight.
of hours.
Couple
Couple hours.
We definitely get back in.
Yeah, buckets of boards.
Barkeep, I'm not around. And I'll tell you one thing. So I may have gone to Spellstarts and dressed up as like you, and that's history too. We may not be able to change history. We can't change that, and that's history.
Elder, save me. I forgave you for that. At least it feels like 75 hours ago.
I feel like I did you a favor there.
Explain this to me again.
You have a rep. You go there. They know who you are.
I don't want them to know who I am.
Well, I mean, you may not know what's good for you either. I do. No, more breakfast wine.
Yeah, for me, but not for him.
No, higher. I'm just going to gesture into the tankage. Top.
So we approach, trying to get another tankards of breakfast wine.
They're already on the table. He's aware of Lollipop's drinking habits, having been there for a few days now.
So I punch the bar and I scull my breakfast wine.
I sip it daintily.
I mean,
yes.
I'm always going to say something I would regret, but I won't.
Just say it. You said everything else. Just say it.
Gods be damned, you have to drink when the end of the world is nigh.
What's just about the end of the world?
Nothing!
It's a figure of speech.
Strange figure.
How you doing, Nat?
So, how exactly are we going to catch up with the rest of them?
Well, I came looking for you.
I didn't need you to come looking for me.
I don't even know how you know that they're gone.
Well, they're not here.
I look around.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell them we were
I
going.
drum on the...
We gave Arctic and he was supposed to sending them, telling them that we're going to Mordor.
I don't think he did that yet.
They are missing. You're not wrong about that.
So what do? Do we make a sideshow or what? Is this a side quest?
I mean...
What's a side quest?
It's not the breakfast wine, I can hold my own, but where are we going?
I think, weren't we supposed to be catching up with the dwarf? What are you even doing back here?
Wait, I'm supposed to be angry at you. You're supposed to be sad. Why am I sad?
Why are you sad?
Yes.
Because you're drunk. And you know it.
Well, when did we last... think, we can't... is there some kind of version of a timekeeping device, of some description?
Not inside the inn at all, no.
I look
They
outside.
don't really want
the
people to
sun.
know what time of day it is or how long they've been.
It must be at least 7 days since we last saw everyone.
Definitely hasn't been.
Keith, any messages for us today?
He checks his ledger. Nothing here, no. Well, it's also only been a couple of hours since we're here with you. So,
With me?
with him,
With him?
yes.
We were looking for that lady, Seraphine, right?
I don't know.
But when I came to look for you, you look very sad.
Of course I was sad.
I mean, it's not every day. I get it. You find out
How
that you're
would you
sort
feel
of the descendants of,
To find out your mother was the big bad.
heretical cult of don't know what to say.
I don't think we should use the C word.
We shouldn't use the L word either.
Anyway, you've caught up with me.
Yes.
Now what are we doing?
I'm clearly not the best person to be asking right now. Look, I didn't know they were gone. Perhaps we should go back to where we last were.
We head back out again, so this is probably the third
Yes, yeah.
We're headed out, come back
Yep. Where are we headed?
I really hope the tavern has like a bell, so every time.
And the thing is that between going inside and outside, I keep forgetting that our friends are missing. So I keep
the doorway thing.
Yeah. Every time I come back in, I think that there's. Every time I come back in, so they come back in. I keep thinking, where are they? Because they should be here. Okay. So I grab the liquid again. So think, man. I know this is a hard time for you.
Off me!
But we were walking this way, and then there was a place, and then we had to. There was a thing. And can I just check? When we left off, Lilith was still with us? Or were we there when we found that Lilith and nobody was there? Or did that happen in the game?
I think
That happened in the game, and the group you weren't. Falsus wasn't there.
At that point? Because we were heading there.
The Inquisitor stuff had sorted out, and
Yes.
then you said you were going to go find Lilliput,
Yes.
and then the rest of the group was just like, crap, we've left Lilith inside, and then they went inside, and then she was
uh-oh.
So we would know where you guys were heading to, but not the outcome necessarily. We just know that you're not around.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was down that. It was like the dirty street that Lilith was really into.
Oh,
Not spell sluts, the other one.
I think I remember that one. The one with the tavern and the people who are racist? The racist tavern. Why didn't you say so before?
Onwards!
So we head for the racist tavern. It's a true and established fact in the show. Watch the episodes.
It was when me and him went there.
Yeah, and everybody was super racist to the drow.
Yes. our intention is to head to where Lilith had tried to meet with Seraphine before. Just the manner in which we arrived there, I suppose, will be up to the gods.
Lilith was led by other people and no one actually knows the path to where Lilith.
Can I roll for it?
You make a survival check, see.
Oh, first roll back. Yeah. Rolling tiny dice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first roll of 2024.
Survival. It's a 1. A +1, so this is looking good already. Hope you're ready to be lost in the alleys of this city for the years. 20.
It's a 1.
10.
11.
It's
After a few
average.
minutes looking, and you can't find any sign of the path that Lilith might have taken. You can see that there's just too much foot traffic in the city to pull out one set.
You
of
guys
things.
start arguing
After
again.
what, it's probably been quite a few hours now.
Aaron, don't make character decisions for us.
I told you it was this way. It was clearly this way.
I can tell you want to argue with me, but I am not going to engage.
I prayed to
I am
Lilith, and
denying.
she said it was this way. Like, just go like water.
That's
down.
a great idea. I turn into Lilith and I find the nearest, down on the luck person alley.
Oh my god.
And I shake them like the way that Falsus was just shaking me. And I say, take me to your racist tavern!
Racist. How are you talking about?
You know the one, and I describe it in impeccable detail, except
Well,
every
I think I'll be
adjective I
going for
use is
racist.
racist.
Well, I suppose that could be a
With the racist wood and the racist doors.
Oh my god.
Despicable joint a few blocks over.
That sounds like it.
Yeah,
Despicable.
Yeah, sure.
I take on the good cop sort of persona. Yeah, I'd do what he says. Yeah.
Why is this over there?
Look at my face. Look at my face. I mean business.
You don't want to look at his face.
Remember this face.
Go on, off you go then.
No, lead the way.
I'm not going.
I stabby, and I take out a knife.
Oh
It's
my
illusion.
god.
Intimidation check.
It's very in character.
Could it be a performance?
Sure.
That is performance. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's a 26. So,
like 9.
based on the canon of the show, my impersonation of Lilith is dead accurate.
100%.
Yeah, that's what she sounds like to everybody else in the world.
Me starry.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's about right.
The elf takes you down and takes you to the far enough down the street that the tavern in question is on and points to the door and then scurries off. See that? That's the one I think that you're talking about.
Okay, you don't go anywhere. You're still thoroughly intimidated.
Why do you have a hostage down?
It's what Lilith would do. I can't get advantages on performance unless I am performing.
I give the hobo a bit of a wink and I sort of
Scurries off.
Thanks for that, Faustus. I couldn't let him go.
I didn't want you to break character. I respect your art too much.
You know what? I can't even remember what I was mad at you about. I put my arm around him.
Can we do like an 80s high five?
Yes!
We do an 80s high five. Is this the place? We look at, what do we see, Dungeon Master?
It is completely nondescript. There is nothing, no signage or anything like that. So there's no one outside.
I think we've been had. This place looks far too ordinary, even for Ishvanor.
Is it the place I went to last time?
Yes.
Thoroughly racist. Look at that trash can.
I did have thought about that trash can.
I take on the form of the head racist I saw in the tavern. So I think it's Queen Seraphine. I don't know that, but she was a bigot. And I take on her visage and I rap on the door haughtily.
The door, you rap on the door there, yes. No response.
How do you happen to open this door before I kick it down?
How does Eleni do this? And I get ready and I'm going to just try to shoulder barge the door down.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
That's it, manservant.
This is amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The first nat one.
that is a nat 1.
So, Foster's back up and charges at the door, slamming his left shoulder in, and dislocates his shoulder. In fact, the door does give way a little bit, and you can see that it's completely empty. It's as if it's been completely cleared out.
I look to the sky.
It looks like it's been used recently.
I deserve that.
Well done, Faustus. And I proceed in and start looking for clues.
I'm not even going to use one of my many heal spells to heal me up. I feel like I need to feel this.
I deserve it.
Falsus will be in pain for a little while. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
15.
15. It looks like the place was cleared out in a hurry, and it's been a few hours since anyone was there. It's definitely the same place, but there's no sign of anyone being there.
Like I proceed around the bar, like dragging like a finger over it, looking at the dust. It seems like this place was cleared out in the last
You
few
lick the
hours.
dust.
I look at the artist formerly known as Lolliput, who's now this sort of beautiful blonde lady. That's how I imagine Seraphina. Like, you certainly look what? I like this look on you, Lolliput.
Eyes up here, Faustus.
Well, I'm being perfectly. I'm just letting you know that this is very nice. You get used to this. We should try and find this, whoever this is, urgently.
It is about this time that you did hear a voice in going. What's her name again? Lolliput, that's it, Lolliput. Is that the brown that was with the, what were their names? Eleni and, is that you?
I can't hear it.
No, it's Arctic, the Archmage. He
What?
came to my tower.
Oh, Eleni's boyfriend. It's Eleni's boyfriend in my head.
I sort of look around and see whether he's been drinking more. Did you just think of a couple
Couple.
drinks?
Sorry, Arctic, I got someone else on the other line.
Never mind, continue your conversation. I'll keep looking around the room.
I don't have much time.
What?
Don't have much time. I forgot to message you earlier, but your friends have gone to Morden to find the dwarf. I can transport you there when you're ready. Just come to the tower.
Friends have gone to... Oh, okay. And we're going to come to the tower?
There's no other response. He does say that.
He just keeps hanging up.
God?
No, is that gnome a god? You know, Eleni's boyfriend, the short one. In the tower.
Lenny has
We followed you there.
Master Arctic.
Master.
He's the Archmage.
Oh,
The Imperium? I mean, did you? No, I'm not even going to ask. Oh, fine. I can't see anything here anyway. And I'm really trying to be stoic through the amount of pain that my dislocated shoulder is giving me.
Francis, your shoulder looks very odd. Is it supposed to have bones sticking out like that?
Please note that the Dungeon Master did not describe a compound fracture, merely a dislocated shoulder.
Okay, so hands up here who's dislocated something.
Many times.
Okay, Mr. Dislocation Expert.
Many times.
Yeah, what? Like I said, I feel like this is penance for my behaviour this afternoon. So I refuse to heal myself until it is absolutely necessary.
Alright, good show. Slap him on the back really hard. Off to the tower!
Oh, a D4 for me.
How many D4s?
Just one.
Damn it.
Slaps multiple
It's
times.
going to be a cascade.
It is a tiny D4 though.
Okay.
It's just-
Exploding D4s every 4 he rolls.
Three.
He rolls on a D4.
He rolled 3. Does 3 mean I magically heal?
You take 3 points of bludgeoning.
Does the link slap it back into
No.
position? Oh, yeah, I bet 4 would have done it.
Yeah, probably.
So as we kind of proceed out to the alleyways again, I drop the visage of Queen Seraphine and I say, well, Arctic says he'll actually teleport us to Mordoon. That's where the rest of them are at.
Oh,
I thought you said they were coming here.
but I mean, perhaps they came here and then went there, but why would they go find that bloodthirsty dwarf?
Falsus,
Yes.
do not say anything about my special treasure.
I wouldn't dare to.
Promise?
I look down at where his junk would be and I'm like, I promise.
Swear.
I look again. I swear.
Very good. We head to the tower.
Right, for the sake of getting some back here. The Archmage does teleport you to Mordor, where the guards tell you that your companions went down to the level of the Great Forge.
Out of curiosity, does he take pity on me and heal my shoulder? Or do I convince him that I still need to be empathetic?
What's that, sorry?
Ignore me. Continue.
So, and then you follow those directions down to the Forge level, and you find the group.
Should we run a bit of argument again?
Sorry.
Look, if that...
You've had too much breakfast,
No,
wine.
I'm fine. It's just the heat of the place. These forges, they just do things to me.
I just don't know why we don't get it hemmed up.
I've been here before. It happens every
You've
time.
been everywhere before. Oh,
Well, except for way down south. I've not been there.
So mid-argument, you stumble across the group. In spite being absent in person, Eleni and Izmir are currently with the group. So you find the whole group with Aradin, just as they're talking and moving out of what was once Aradin's workshop.
There you guys are.
hey, what's up?
Winter Flopsy, how are you?
Good.
The heat does you well. You've got a glow about you.
It's very hot.
It is. I was just getting I'm trying to think of what's a better term for shit in Dungeons and Dragons. I'm getting problems from this guy.
Hi, Lollyfoot. Nice to meet you.
Isaiah, nice to meet you.
Might I ask or inquire perhaps to your full name?
Isaiah Steele.
That's name. Sorry, I just need a minute.
Yes, Izmir says, this is Isaiah. He's been sent by along from the Archmage to help us uncover some things.
Contacted me, said that you guys need a bit of help finding a mage.
Wait, you were sent by...
Artie contacted me.
Oh, Lenny's boyfriend.
He's been a huge help.
Whatever works.
Oh, so you're like a friend of a friend. I'm kind of pointing to a Lenny.
Right.
I look around and say, you have which? Are you looking for a mate? Aren't we looking? Where's Lilith?
At the same time, I've like got the pistol open and I'm like slotting bullets into it.
That's a weird one.
Isabel.
It's my boomstick.
We don't exactly know where Isabel is. Not Isabel. Lilith is right now.
And all those noises are very intimidating.
She disappeared along with Queen Seraphine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
That is information I didn't know.
Lilith is gone.
Now you know.
That she disappeared, or that it was with
Look,
Lady Seraphine?
Izmir said we went to investigate the Lady Seraphine, and Lilith didn't come back out. I don't think Izmir would share the whole story.
He didn't share bloody anything.
I
know. Isaiah knows that we're looking for a mage, and that we needed to get something from the dwarf. That's all this character knows.
Need to know. Wow.
I went to call off an attack. We were going to go and capture the Lady Seraphine, and I went out to call off the attack and left Lilith in there to continue speaking and try and find out some more information. And we went back, and they were gone. So
Wait, hang on a second. What did the Seraphine look like?
well, she was blonde hair, blue eyes, human.
I start like popping in the details as he's saying.
Yeah, it's slightly resolved into that person.
Falstos, who do I look like?
You look like the Empress.
The Empress.
What?
And
I thought you were just a fantastically good-looking woman in a very shabby-looking tavern, if I'm quite honest.
the racist.
I don't know what race has to do with anything.
Then wait, the head racist from the racist tavern.
It's pretty clear that it might be the heat. It might be just.
It's just like nodding goes.
His intense attraction to this embodiment of this person over here, but he's starting to swoon.
There are some similarities, but there's a bit of a different facial structure, as if Lady Seraphine has some different features to the Empress's Isaiah's.
For a second there, I thought that head racist might have been somebody important.
She is someone who's very important.
For Talos' sake, look at my eyes when you say that, Faustus.
I reached out to this newly acquired little, kind of little juggy thing, and there's like a little tiny, like really durable, almost like a thimble for my little breakfast wines.
There's a lot of sexual energy between those two for some reason.
Absolutely.
Are they an item? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
The way, and I start sort of like I don't usually do sermons, but I start sort of like this grand sort of sermon.
Wouldn't be surprised.
It's like there's two sides to a coin, and
That is a correct
light,
statement.
One dark, and I gesture to Lilliput.
Whoa!
I mean,
Whoa!
literally.
Hey friend. Lolliput, was it?
That's right.
It looks like racism isn't as far away from you as you may think. But that's fine. He's an astro elf. It's okay.
It's not okay.
I think you'll find that I'm just a regular run-of-the-mill.
While this is happening,
Looking at the faces, he's just like,
with your
Sure.
passive perception, you notice that there is some movement happening around as several dwarves are surrounding a group led by one particular dwarf. If you'd like to introduce your character.
So standing kind of flanked on either side by those around her is, well, a dwarven height figure. So she stands basically with the confidence of either someone who is an experienced statesman or a confident warrior. Not quite sure whether it's either or both. But she stares forward with piercing blue eyes that broke very, very little question. Looking down at her, but with a basically hood thrown back, staring up at, with a slight note of confusion, shall we say? Basically, this So this dwarf has red hair that's basically streaked through with sort of copper and bright blonde. Looks like it's almost catching the fire of the forge as she stands around. So the front of it's pulled severely back from the face. The rest of it kind of flares backwards. Not quite. Not sure if it's unintentional or not. Kind of untamed and curls, kind of spotted through with little metal beads. She is under the cloak. You can see the hint of potentially a suit of armor. Not quite sure. And she wears, as far as you can see at the moment, a very, very large, well cared for warhammer at her side.
I've got one question for you. Why are your eyes so blue? That's just
While you turn, you hear Aaron mumble under his breath. Ah, shit.
Friends of yours.
No.
Oh, well, now
I
we're
could
good.
say that, I suppose.
Ex-friends. Complicated relationship.
That's probably right.
It's all a bit complicated, isn't it?
Because I'm like just toying with the gun handle, kind of like tapping it.
After a moment, she kind of looks to either side, engages those of you standing around her,
non-dwarves.
walks up and full hand slaps Aradin across the face.
Oh!
Very, very complicated.
Takes the slap. It's a pretty heavy slap.
He deserves
It's clearly a very strong young dwarven woman, and you can see that he's lying down some pain, but it doesn't really react.
Was your hand gauntleted?
I deserve that.
You did. You have deep stones to show your face around here right now.
I didn't initially do my facing, did I? It's these people. They want them to come back. I needed the forge, right?
You should have been back years ago.
Well, not really. I was kicked out. So, talk to your father about that one.
Talk to my father about what? He won't listen to anything. You know that very well.
That's why I had to leave.
And you left all of us behind.
I walk up to Lilliput and I'm like, I like seeing Aradin on the back foot.
hear the sound of that slap.
Oh!
And you've been traveling with Aaron for a little while, and you can see that there is a bit of shame in his eye and into his face as he's facing the anger of this young woman.
After a moment, without the expression of kind of accusation, steely resolve on her face changing, she does kind of soften a bit, break into a slight grin, and throw her arms around.
And he hugs her back.
She might be going for stones.
I should have known that you knew I was back. I should have said something once. These people have some important work to do. We needed the forge.
You know, there's very little I don't know about the city these days.
Probably should have remembered that. Been gone a long time. I'm an old dwarf. I forget things. Lots of knocks in the head.
You've never forgotten a thing in your life.
That's also true, I suppose.
I suppose we have a lot of catching up to do.
First, these lot have some important work to do. There are strange things happening. And they wanted me to make a copy of an artifact for them. It was pretty high level magic item. And I think that I need the power of the forge here as well as some of my old tools. But they also want to go and we got attacked in my workshop and they headed down to where are we going? Hammer and Tongs.
Do you have any, you obviously said that you know a little bit about the goings on in this town. Any contractors working out of Hammer and Tongs, mercenary work, people who want to supposed to be here?
There's certainly mercenaries aplenty. But... So... Why are you going to the Hammer and Tongs?
Well, we got attacked, and apparently someone down there hired them to attack me, and they want whatever, this artifact that they're making, they want it back, or they want it.
So you can see on her face that she's
Should I
not
go down?
particularly pleased by this. There may be more going on than you realise now that you're back. And, well, you may be able to help me. A little sooner than I anticipated, I suppose.
Hey, what do you need? Well, first we should probably make some introductions, I suppose. Hey, well, this is Moira, my niece, and this is, I don't know him very well, but that's Isaiah, I think he said his name was.
Kind of tips
He's a good fighter, he did alright. That one's Isabel.
hat to you.
These two morons over here, that's falseness and all of it.
Or,
And the big one is Eleni and Izmir.
oh, the grip! Arden, your face, mate.
You actually get a chuckle out of
Are
it.
made of pretty hard stuff.
So she sort of tips her head. You can tell she's not necessarily used to not showing respect, but kind of deferring to people. So you get a little tip of the head. In this instance, we can go with May. It's probably easier around the town at the moment.
Alright. So what they found was this little artifact, some kind of key. You guys want to fill her in on what it was? Or?
Are we just out in the streets of Mordoon at the
Yep.
moment?
There's actually no really on this level.
No, it's
We're in like a derelict
Yeah.
sort of section, like the abandoned section where his workshop's basically empty.
Very dirty.
This is derelict.
This
is look, I can't fill you guys in because this is an aligning conversation for me. I'm getting a lot of information that you, and he points at Izmir, did not elaborate on.
Perhaps you might need to double your fees.
No, they're already doubled.
Triple.
That's not a bad idea, Mrs.
But you're sure it's safe to speak out here in the streets? The stone doesn't have ears or
Right,
anything like that.
This
does it?
level's been quiet since my workshop shut down.
I look up at the workshop. What's it called?
It doesn't have a name anymore because I work in a crossroads now.
But is it like an old sign?
No.
The healing paint. Yeah.
Any business cards?
Just some.
You can see there is
Old stuff
an imprint
doors.
of like a blacksmith symbol and an anvil and hammer, but there's no. It's clearly been defaced. Any signage that was on there. has been defaced.
What's the graffiti say? No, it's alright.
You're a shit dwarf!
There are things like, does anyone speak Dwarvish other than things like trader and things like that?
Right.
So you got soft rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, things like that, totally. Yeah.
Awfully shallow rocks.
Your hammers are slightly more malleable than other people's.
So different.
Murderer of innocent Templars. I'll never let episode 4 go. Well, if it's okay to speak about it, I suppose. I mean, we've all got to come together. I mean, it's only the end of the world.
This is the second time he said that
Yeah.
today.
I'm sorry.
Is he being for real or is this like no satirical?
Well, I'm not good at theatre. I'll throw it to Lilliput for his rendition.
Just before that, Myra will sort of gesture to a little section of guards kind of sitting there being like, I don't know what's going on here. Just kind of just gesture and send them back, kind of to the edges of the area.
So they do. We're not got the videos on, so we can they do back off. You can see that they are eyeing Aradin fairly closely. but they do back off and follow their orders out of earshot.
I'll go hug a dwarf.
Don't you want to tell her? I don't know that much. You didn't tell me all that much about it.
Somebody better say something.
All right, I'll tell you. This little thing, they found this artifact. It's called the Crescent Moon.
The
Clockwork Moon. It's a crescent moon.
Why are we getting him to tell the story?
I don't have the magic. You gave to me.
Someone
Can you
explain
make me
what's
one
going
of
on.
these things? It looks like that thing. It's called the Clockwork Moon. It's got some intricate work to it. They wanted me to make a fake one, but what it does is it's a key. Now, if what it's a key to that is a real problem.
magical seal.
It's a
Like
key
an
to
army of
magical
darkness.
seal. Well, pretty much, yes. Basically, what it does is it's one of 3 seals that opens the prison of Urgareth the Destroyer. And so basically what he
Very friendly
is
fella.
a demon who is going to lead the armies of the Dark Gods to try and free them from, what was it called? Let me think. The Celestial Bastion.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
Ancient interdimensional force
Pause
of
it
darkness.
there. We'll just take a quick time out. Basically, there's this thing happening soon, 54 days, and what's going to happen is all the realms are going to converge.
That's our convergence.
And when that happens, the gods are going to come and kill everybody.
If they get out.
And this is
They
where it
want
gets
to get this one out to kill everyone for the gods or something. This is one of the 3 seals. I've got one of them.
And at the same time, there's a cult in Silver Vale attempting to resurrect or bring through Lolth herself.
Don't overload her.
We'll leave out the
with
details
information.
of it, but just saying that there's no easy way to say it. Shit getting grim. And this fair dwarf has been assisting us. We seek out the
I just wanted
latest.
caravan guards to bring some stuff home. Radios. I was just
But you know,
driving my wagon.
The crossroads, people meet, things happen, destiny, all that.
Well, in that case, I think we don't have a lot of time, to be honest. So,
Which is
I
why I
think
was
we should
wondering
be.
why the heck we were here in the first place. Let's go to the tree in the Silver Vale.
I'm inclined to head there myself, though. Something
You don't
occurs to
want
me.
to find your friend who's after these seals? Isn't that the
What was
first? Your friend is Lilith.
Oh, her, Stabby.
Oh yeah, she's missing.
Yeah,
Now, where is she?
I don't know.
We have I have the vague understanding from your companions that she went with this other archmage, and that the seals, wherever they may be, are in grave danger. Specifically, the one that we have now been able to reacquire.
So the seal, and I point to the clockwork moon, this unlocks one of the seals.
Correct.
And they need the seals unlocked to release
Urgarath.
the Destroyer.
Who's
The
going
Destroyer is
to?
a lovely guy. And he is required to release the Celestial Bastion.
He's required to break the Celestial Bastion when it appears on your so-called convergence. See, I didn't have any of that information, but I pick it up pretty quick.
May, can I borrow your hammer here for a second?
Can you even wield it?
Let's give it a go.
I would advise not touching an artifact with a mundane weapon like that.
What are you even talking about?
Why don't you just assume it's mundane?
Even if it's magical and you're saying there's some kind of superpower artifact, I've been around. This is not going to work. Actually, you know what? Go ahead. He starts walking away. I'ma stand over here, okay?
That's right, the adults are talking. So if we take care of this thing here, we effectively stop everything down the chain, correct? We stop the seals from opening, we stop the Destroyer from releasing out. My mother doesn't get what she wants, Celestial Bastion stays closed.
Like there are 3. 2 of them might weaken it enough. Open it still.
Oh, so it doesn't really.
1 might not, 2 maybe.
What's the
3
point?
definitely.
What's the point of 3 locks?
You got 3 locks. The door was pretty strong. You unlock 1, it's a bit less strong. 1 might say it's 33% less strong.
I think
And then you unlock a second one, and now it can break open from the inside.
It still seems pointless.
Perhaps we need.
It's hard to walk.
Maybe this one's the seal for this guy, and another one's the seal for another guy. Who knows?
See, this is why we don't ask Arden for things like this. It doesn't work. Let's ask some sober voices.
I made a perfect replica.
Moira, you are the most sober amongst us. Now that we've laid out in absolute detail, with immaculate clarity, the situation, Mighty Dwarf, what do you suggest that we do?
Okay, so let me get this clear. So you turn up in my city with someone who has, first of all, been exiled.
Didn't know that.
Second, refused to come back.
Also didn't know that.
You tell me that you've lost someone you nicknamed Stabby. The world is about to end. You hold the key for that, which we're making another copy of.
I made 3
The-
copies.
Apparently there is something to do with your mother.
That's a whole other thing. I'll tell you not.
So I gathered.
I'm going to need a whiteboard.
There's a whole thing about mums and dads and double princesses.
Okay. Look, at least. Yep. I'm not even going to say it. It could absolutely be worse.
How?
Well, we
You
could
could
have.
have brought the Imperium to our gates again.
Did you do that, mate?
Oh, I killed him. You saw me. I liked him. You should remember that.
I suspect you might have been talking about a different event, but that's besides the point.
To be fair, there is a reason he wasn't allowed back.
Not just the smell.
No. Okay, so right. Perhaps what you said about fate might be a thing. Goodness knows it hasn't led me very well to this date. So, Uncle,
Right.
the hammer and tongs. So, as far as I've been able to tell over the past years now, there have been murmurings about it. You know that mercenary companies used to operate out of it for quite some time. And, well, as much as they had a reputation, it wasn't as it is now. Since you've left, it has gotten worse and worse. To the point where, even by association, people are starting to disappear, and there are murmurings of things going on. Every single person I've sent through there, be it blunt force or subtle, has disappeared.
That's troubling, particularly with the links to people who attacked us. I probably can't go without recognizing whoever you're sending.
Correct.
These guys will be out.
I'd sort of like try to look confident, but it doesn't quite work.
So, a force of outsiders who have dropped into my city that I definitely.
Another way you could phrase that is adventurers brought together by destiny.
Yes, absolutely. And that destiny definitely not being helping me on price of me not allowing my men to drag you away.
As Elf says, the river flows.
That seems like a fair deal to me.
A little bit of like.
Because as much as I would like it to be otherwise, my father's word is still law. And if Arden was seen in here, thankfully I caught the murmurs before they got to my father. I doubt.
Are you saying that Arden has to leave?
I'm
You're
saying that
exiling him yourself.
I'm saying that Arden has to keep his bloody head down.
May, and I kind of look over at her guards.
Didn't exactly walk in the front gate, you know.
Have you heard the old saying that the only way that two people can keep a secret is if one of them's dead? I nudge her and look over at her entourage.
They're fine. Trust me, they're fine.
It's dark.
You're not wrong.
It's more
But they're
wolf
fine.
than
I mean, it's just a
Perhaps it really does run in the family.
off-the-cuff dark elf saying.
Of course.
It's actually our house's motto.
That's interesting because I've heard that amongst wolf worshippers.
You shut your mouth.
What?
It's a bit of a soft spot.
You get a
Oh, is
single
it?
raised eyebrow and a concerned look.
Oh, it makes a lot more sense. I see what you're saying.
Hey, you want thin ice, pal?
Oh, am I?
Real thin ice.
What you gonna do about it, big guy?
Oh, I don't know. Peel your face off.
With
okay,
what?
okay.
This, and I like make the illusion form of all these like nasty looking daggers appear in my hand, and they look super magical and real dangerous.
Nice magic daggers you got there.
So-
Fusion.
Nah, they're real. Super real. And
I
this
run
is-
up and I try and grab one.
You can't.
I'm like, why aren't you letting me grab them? Why aren't you letting me grab them?
Because it's made for faces.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, and I don't want to use the charge. Yeah.
I lean over to Moira and I'm like, it's kind of like this everywhere we go. You never really quite get used to it.
Trust me, I haven't gotten used to it either.
So, just with the side, in between both of you, basically the warhammer just straight to the middle of the space. Let's not, shall we?
Do a quick like
Good idea.
read of it, and I'm like, actually, it's pretty nice.
Well, Uncle, it's your work.
I'll take it. It's my nice work is always perfect.
Wow, you actually used to be a half-decent blacksmith. Why did you go out of business
I
then?
didn't go out of business. I moved my business.
Oh, that's right, you got exiled.
Here's the GFC.
Before his departure, you were looking for signs. Before his departure, my uncle needed no signs.
So we've got some seedy dwarves in the hammer and tongs, is that it? And that may lead us to Lady Seraphina?
Somebody knew that Aradan was here, and he had what she's looking for. So we're just working the case from the opposite direction.
1 + 1.
No, 1 + 1 does not equal 3. That's bad.
So what's our play? We're going there information gathering. We're going there cracking heads.
Information gathering, cracking head second.
Isn't that?
Right.
You had a thought?
I think information gathering would be our best option right now.
I thought you were going to say cracking heads, so I'm disappointed in you.
She seems practical. You're a monk of Iron, right?
Absolutely.
Information gathering is her thing. Maybe we let her take the lead on this one.
Okay.
But yes,
See
look,
what I can get.
if I can ask of you your help, then I would be greatly indebted to you. The royal coffers would supply something.
Or how about
I don't know what I could necessarily sneak out, but if my father won't do anything, then I must, as always.
If not getting arrested is the price we get for doing this job for you, I'm okay with that payment.
wait, he doesn't speak for the group.
I don't. That's my personal fee.
Reed, he's getting paid well and truly enough.
I just got me covered.
I was with the maid. Sorry, Isabel, go ahead.
Running Arctic bankrupt.
No, that dwarves got that halfling's got a lot of gnome. I think it is.
I whispered to May. My face ripping daggers weren't real. I really knew something good.
And you haven't equipped them yet, Uncle.
He's pretty much our caravan driver. We never
I don't
realized.
just get me north. Crop off some. No, wait, never mind. I was just bringing some food in and stuff.
Right. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
He makes a mean sourdough now.
I'm a baker.
Food.
I don't think I've ever seen you cook without burning it to ash.
I brought a shipment of weapons and armor in. brought it in the side gate, and I gave it to some old friends.
And
Is that above board, maybe?
it depends whose board it's above. Which old friends would these be?
Oh, just a couple of old dwarves that retired and lots of stuff to hang on their walls and things like that.
Oh, of course, and their mothers for above the mantelpiece.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, right.
You're not going to get up to any mischief.
Is this Origin family code?
It is now.
The family.
Right, well, if you guys want to go and investigate that, I will take these two down and we'll go and look out this level 13 that your orc friends are all keen on.
Wait a second. I'm just a bit slow. So you're the daughter of the big guy,
Unfortunately.
which makes him the brother of the big dwarf.
Oh, where'd you get that idea from? We're just friends.
Uncle!
Titles can be
Don't
honorary.
you call friends?
Sorry, I'm breaking character here because Are you dwarven royalty, Alvin?
No.
Is he dwarven royalty?
I'll leave that up to him.
Exiled dwarven royalty. I mean, you might be getting very specific with what I'm asking you, Alvin.
Well, I am part of the royal family, and I was a general once upon a time.
He was the greatest general the Hold has ever known.
No, not at all. We lost. So
He did kick some no ass on the way out of the crossroads.
We lost against the Empire as my father sold us out.
yes, it's true.
I'm loving the family lore.
Yes, anyway, I left and I set up shop in the crossroads to keep an eye on things, and I changed my shop name and my name, well, not my first name, changed my family name because dwarves and family names are important.
It's a
So I didn't change it; it was stripped from me.
Written in stone, you can say.
So, yeah, I was a master blacksmith, and I was a general. And I fought the Empire. I lost. Then I was kicked out, basically. So I left.
This is amazing. I feel like
And he looks sidelong at Moira, and every so often, every 2 or 3 months, I come back with a shipment of arms and armor to equip the dwarven resistance.
this explains why you saw fit to murder that Templar. I can see now a deep connection there to wanting to thwart the Empire. I still maintain my position, but very interesting, Master Dwarf. Just my mind just is working at just this higher level today, and just math, putting it all together. You know how it is, Mr. Steele.
Don't ever call me that.
Mrs. Steele.
He has a stogie and he pulls it out and just blows smoke in your face.
It's probably better than the smell of the
So,
horses.
I'll take those two and we'll go investigate the lower levels.
That's actually not bad here.
I can't really show my face down there.
What can you tell us about Hammer and Tongs? What kind of environment is it? Large tavern, multi-storied, multiple entrance points. Any information would be greatly appreciated.
So, from the outside, medium to large tavern, it's not in the greatest part of the city. It's been known for years as a hub for mercenaries. Aside from that, very little information comes out.
Decent guards, like a lot of perimeter patrols, people keeping eyes on this place from the place.
From the
Well
outside,
guarded.
well guarded, but from the doors inwards. It's one of the reasons I've been having so much trouble trying to find out more about it. Basically, the moment that any of my men get through the doors, I hear nothing from them ever again. Any attempts to break in, the same result. I have been able to find nothing. And as frustrating as it is, my hands are tied with what I can do.
No, that's totally understandable.
Anyone associated with the royal family or our men, I don't know if they've been able to figure out who they are, but no one, even disassociated hires, have come back.
Well, you're more luck than you probably realize. As a mercenary veteran myself, I know how to talk. I can get us in there, our group at least. We're outsiders. They won't know any difference.
Here's hoping.
That's literally a background feature.
Is the dwarf that you guys tortured for information still around?
No,
He's
fucked
scampered off.
We gave him a stern warning and let him go.
Nice.
It involved fillet.
He was pretty
I think somebody rolled an at 20 for the intimidation.
That's He hasn't stopped running yet.
I'd say you'd be the best fit for asking the questions.
Yeah, but don't discount your ability to understand and pick up on things. You read people, you investigate, you look at any piece of paper that's on anybody's desk. They're not coming in up properly. You try and find out what it means. If anything of it pertains to what we're looking for, you let us know.
Absolutely.
We might take an early break so I can put the child in bed, make sure she's sorted, and what she needs to do. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, if I can get our time working.
And don't forget our sponsors, Eldritch Foundry, Roll Advantage, and Elemental Arcade for supporting us on this channel. So if you didn't see the intro at the beginning, they're amazing. I'm using all the Advent Calendar dice that I got in the Roll with Advantage Advent Calendar.
Details down there.
Yeah. Check underneath DM is all the stuff.
Alright, we shall be back in 10 minutes. Stick around and we will not be long. Thank you.
Peace out.
Thank you for waiting and welcome back. We shall pick up again where we left off. There we go. Alright, so the planning so far is that Aradin, Eleni and Izmir will head off and investigate the sub-level 13, which they heard some rumours of some strange things happening down there as well. And the rest of the group will try and infiltrate the Hammer and Tongs.
Oh yeah.
So you keep an eye out. You know what? Where was it?
May.
That's the one. How do you feel about going undercover? You want to see yourself what's in there, right? And we could probably use your expertise in the surrounding area, especially if we need to make a quick getaway.
You could probably use a hammer, yeah.
You seem to be good at disguising.
What?
Can you help disguise our lady dwarf friend here?
I got something.
I give her an appraising look. Disguise montage.
I will just give her my amulet, which allows her to cast the spell and ask many physics. Right. That's how I change my appearance from a gold piece.
I think I want to say anything Aradin, but where's the pizzazz?
Doesn't that kind of counteract the whole she wants you to not be noticed around the city?
Down.
Okay, that's fine.
Maybe they could still have a montage as he hands the mask off.
Sailor Moon transformation.
Let's look. I know you guys think I just go blip, 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 and I kind of like change my face as even though I'm doing it and I have a new face, but there's artistry to it. You have to embody the character. Now you guys don't. I kind of start blabbering on that, and you guys can just zone out as I continue to kind of talk about my craft.
I'm just. Isaiah is kind of like staring at you, like trying to just work out what's
One
going
does
on.
not simply become somebody. One must first
Alright,
believe
give me
in
that.
You now disguise yourself.
No, I think that is.
Start with the walk. First, you must get the walk there.
So as she takes the amulet, she'll kind of, overreach a little bit and grasp him by the wrist, pull him in for another quick hug. Be like, good to see you again, Uncle. So, stay hidden, stay safe, and perhaps rethink my offer of staying this time. You know I was always a troublemaker, right? What's a little bit more on the plate?
Things go the way they've been going. I think that the Empire understands all pretty soon.
And so with that, she'll slip the amulet over her head.
Aridin will head off with Eleni and Ismir down to the lower levels, the lowest levels into the Underdark.
Alright. Lead on, little lady.
About that. And so, basically just fiddling with the amulet, she'll, basically as so that slight blur effect, and within a short moment, she has a glorious beard amongst a little bit of an ambiguous face, and the armor underneath the cloak that you could see, was lovingly crafted and elaborate and very, very ostentatious. Kind of fades down to something a lot more sedate, shall we say. So that's
Sir.
That's sir to you.
Looks at you. Yeah, pretty good.
Well, come on, should we get going? I mean, it's only the end of the world.
So Lilliput takes
Remind me.
May's lead and takes on the form of a scruffy-looking dwarf, wearing kind of like leathers, somewhat kind of tattered clothes, just well worn, not dirty, but just kind of like definitely going for that no good nick. Maybe kind of taking a little bit of that Dana's like fellow that we accosted in the city to take us to the racist tavern, pulling a bit of inspiration from that.
Elf.
You can call me Fists and Ankles. You're welcome, Eleni.
Is it as in fistin?
Fistin. Now look at Faustus. Ankles.
You're a special thing. Let's do carry on. Yes. And I sort of follow behind Isaiah and Isabel, who are, I'm presuming, taking up the lead with you guys.
We'll be behind. We'll flank sort of like you, and then Isaiah will just let you know once we get closer. He'll take the lead.
Yeah.
Once you either.
So I start off and then I come back.
So I'll dismiss the other dwarves that
They know about the business.
with
They are clearly not happy about it, but they will follow.
you remember you saw nothing.
Sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, and start sort of heading towards the more populous areas. And on the way there, you can see that the city kind of goes from kind of grand but dilapidated down to just downright sort of seedy as you get closer.
As we're proceeding, Lollipop, he's got one priority is to get some street food. Because he hasn't eaten anything today, just breakfast wine. So he gets something kind of like a kebab, something kind of fairly greasy.
Yeah, you find
kind of eat and walk at the same time.
Easily find that. You can see that as you go into these levels, it's home to a lot of the miners, and there are some carts selling hot food, street food. Dwarven kebabs easy enough to come by. You're not really sure what kind of meat might be found in the deep holes of Mordon, but some kind of Underdark. Although you're from the Underdark, so you're quite familiar with what they're eating.
Oh, it's quite gamey.
With a side of deep popcorn.
Spider Road. And the other thing he will do as like we kind of move from section to section and get through these severe areas is make small adjustments to his disguise as he goes. You know, maybe it's kind of like tweaking the belt or like adding kind of a tear or a scar here and there. But he kind of like looks at people as we're starting to head down until he kind of has disguise which he feels is very kind of like appropriate.
Yep. So slowly he gets more and more attuned with local fashions and styles as you approach, and you do come across the entry to the camera Tongs. I'll just flip the camera over, so bear with me while I make sure that the front door is.
Let's move the Telstra login details for the.
What is this mystical talent we have now?
They're just like, ooh, we're gonna leech all the webs from that guy.
So the party is approaching. So yeah, where is it? I'll open the doors.
Yeah, I'll move into the front sort of area, and then doors open. Any
Doors
sort of
open.
like yep.
No guards. There is some music. There's a bar.
I'm gonna give a quick exterior look. I want to know what entry exit points I can see on the exterior if I can.
You can see it's built into the mountain itself, so the front entry is the only visible access point. But your experience with dwarves, there's likely tunnels that emerge somewhere into other levels or other buildings and things like that.
Pulls the cloak over and just make sure that the firearm's out of line of sight. Turns to the group and just goes, alright, I know these mercenary folk, they're all the same no matter which place, city you're from. Let me do the talking, you do the looking, you guys do the listening. If I need a backup, I'll prompt. If not, things get hairy, blast our way out. With this, things get real hairy, we use some of these. And you see 3 canisters that look, table talk, like grenades.
The look of what the hell are you doing?
You would actually as a dwarf, you would know them as blasting canisters.
Yep.
Used for destroying, like blowing out sections of like mountain sides and stuff like that.
I'm going to overkill.
No, it's the right amount. I said ultra spicy. Little bit spicy, ultra spicy. Which is why I needed to cover these babies up when we got near the furnaces, because they may just go off. So
That's a comforting thought.
yeah, well, you won't feel it for, well, you'll feel it for about half a second. Then you won't have to worry about
Sounds
it.
like you too.
I push the doors open like Aragon.
Inside, don't touch anything.
Outwards. That's the way I set up that door.
So you pull them over.
I pull the door open like Aragon.
Inside, I'll just pop the menus in before I see. So Isaiah was first.
We just need to reconcile the little Isabel moment where her character is basically just gone full mum on Lolliput and Faustus and said basically behave yourselves, boys.
That's fair.
I just want to make sure that we didn't miss that.
Nope.
So as you pass through the arched stone doors, they are adorned with some runes over into a cavernous hall with massive wooden beams supporting the ceiling, which these two have ancestral symbols carved into them. The room echoes with the sounds of laughter, clinking tankards, and the melody of a dwarven bard playing a lute.
Do we recognise the song?
You do not. I can sing this song in a second if you like. The fragrance of ale mingled with the savoury aroma of roasted meats and the glow of suspended lanterns cast a warm golden hue. The walls are adorned with different trophies of bygone adventurers, including the handfuls of goblin weapons, little artifacts, as well as several dragon scales and dragon horns. Am I singing you the song of that?
I don't know.
After that offer, you have to.
Cannot sing, so I apologize. And I cannot do it in a Scottish accent. So I'm just gonna.
Like, what do we even come here for then?
Rip it off.
I can't do it now.
Just stare lovingly into the camera.
In the caverns deep, where shadows creep, a tale untold unfolds a secret to keep. Whispers dance on stone and steel, a song of chaos that none can repeat.
Love this song.
Continues on. Madness whispers in the underground domain, a crown of shadows, a mind entwined. In the heart of dwarven halls, her echoes bind. A maiden fair, her face ever changing, in twisted dance the realm rearranging. From beauty to horror, a spectral waltz, her melody echoes through the secret vaults. And it drifts off into a little lute solo.
Heirloom.
Yeah, it's shredding.
Slides on knees across the wooden thing. Gets a couple of splinters, but it's okay.
You can see a few of the patrons are sort of tapping along. It's not an unfamiliar song within the halls of the Hammer and Tongs.
I'm going to walk straight to the bar.
I will be on my best
Isabel.
behavior because Mum told me.
Damn straight.
Isabel will follow suit.
I put myself on the bar, a couple of seats down from Isaiah.
I'll sit next to
Scroll
you.
back to the right thing, so I'm down the song.
Yes, sorry. When we enter, would Isabel be able to see any like cork boards or anything with any like information or contracts or whatever?
Notice boards.
You're going to the bar. I can get to that in just a second. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to the bar as well, a couple of seats down from Isaiah.
Oh, there's a couple of doors over here. Let's get out of the way.
I'm settling in between you two, given how much you are doing earlier.
That's the danger zone.
I'll put this little bit behind, scanning around. You don't see too much there. It looks just like a typical bar without. It is lacking all those features you would expect for someone that's looking to hire adventurers or mercenaries, as I can be led to believe. So.
Alright.
Put a gold piece down on the thing and just sort of tap it in a customary way for low dive mercenary bars like this to be like get around brooks. So it's not spoken. It's
Hey, welcome to the Hammer and Tongs. What brings you in?
actually looking for some work. Wonder if you could help us out in that regard.
Well, that depends. How much can you drink?
I mean, me personally, not a heap. But these individuals here, they've got it covered pretty good.
Well, there's a drinking contest in a little while. 5 gold to the winner.
I kind of like lean in and just go, looking for something a little bit more.
Depends.
Interesting.
Have a good relationship with people in here before they'll give you work.
Who's the one giving out the best work at the moment?
Well, that would be me. The bartender, Barak.
Nice to meet you.
Barak Stonebeard.
You have to say it exactly like that.
It is in fact formed from the sound that you make when he catches you around a dark corner.
Yeah. Okay.
With your passive perception is where you do see that the patrons are sort of giving furtive glances towards the group as newcomers and strangers to the establishment.
Yeah.
Where's that
Sound
drinking
about
contest happening?
When? Well, whenever you go and challenge Thrain over there.
Alright, I'm just going to get out.
Oh
Get over
no.
there. Take my drink with me. I'm still eating my kebab as well.
I look at Isabel as I don't try to stop him.
Alright. So you approach Thrain. Hey, we've got a challenger, have we?
Yeah,
What's your poison? I'll drink whatever you want.
drink. I'm not fussy.
Alright. Local ale, there it is. Alright.
I'll do.
Waves his hand in the air, and the Barak starts pouring pints. The way this works is we drink till one of us falls over.
Hey,
Alright.
Has he tried dwarven ale before?
I think.
Does he know what he's doing?
Up until he first arrived at the crossroads, I don't think he'd drunk anything at all. No,
I don't worry about it. He's the distraction only. Let him drink.
It'll be a problem later.
It's not though.
If you beat me, I'll tell you 2 secrets.
You are so hung up over that.
Not really secrets, they're like jobs.
Alright.
There's more that you gotta go find, I'll give you money for it. Well, Barak will give you money for it.
You talk a lot. Let's drink.
Alright. A waitress comes around and slams a few pints down on the table. Without further ado, Thrain starts drinking. So we'll roll some constitution settings.
While they're having the drink contest, I want to case the place from the inside and see what exits and entry points there are.
You do see a secondary exit point leading deeper into the edge of the mountain, off to the left of the bar where you're at, as well as there's a storeroom behind, what looks to be a storeroom behind the bar you can access.
And are there any other patrons of any other races in the room?
All dwarfs.
All
We
dwarfs.
stand out like sore thumbs.
Yeah. A couple of elves, a couple of humans, and a dwarf.
No, I mean, you got a dwarf over here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, a couple, yeah. Sorry.
2 dwarves,
Two
an
elves.
elf, and 2 humans.
Yeah. It's totally normal. Any other day at the Hammer of Tom.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that the bar has also switched tack to some more
Battle music.
well-known songs. There are visitors. Alright. Can you please roll 3 constitution saves?
Alright.
Oh my god.
First one.
12.
13.
Ooh.
So,
That's a high one.
natural 20.
Oh no.
12 again. Dirty 20.
14. Alright, so 3 drinks in, you're feeling pretty tipsy. It's hit you pretty hard. You're not used to this sort of thickness of alcohol, yes?
I actually have an amulet. The amulet of the drunkard.
You do.
Ooh.
Alright.
I'm going to say before we get too down in the...
No, that's fair.
I'm listening, yes.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I'm listening.
What does the drunkard do?
I have forgotten what that is.
So, I know it actually restores my health. Apart from that, I didn't get the rest of the description down. But,
He wrote down
It
the
should be good.
mechanically good stuff.
yeah, right? I wrote down the important part. And I'd like to say, though, what is getting drunk but alcohol poisoning?
It just regains hit points. That's the only actual thing it does when you drink a pint of ale, mead, or wine.
So you get health back. It doesn't do anything else for you.
But I'd like this to take me in consideration before I collapse.
Alright, we'll take it. Okay.
Maybe it's making it just not a little bit of the edges taken off type
The
thing.
edge taken off.
Yeah.
That healing is refreshing the
You wake up with no
blood
hangover.
poisoning.
It would have been so good if it just
You know,
like,
Do you
that
think
would be
it-
fine.
sorry.
I'm totally
it would have been so good if it just basically eliminated all the effects.
I think that's what Lollipop thought it did. Probably because Richard thought it did.
We'll roll a couple more. We'll go quickly.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah.
You're still up, buddy.
16,
A 3,
Ooh.
nat 20,
a 6, and a natural 1.
oh, another
Ooh,
3,
3 fails.
and a 21.
Very nice. So, yeah, he failed 3 times. So, Thring slams down that 6th pint, and his head slams onto the table, and he falls over unconscious and starts snoring. A deep, dwarven snore.
I drink his pint.
And you drink his pint. And there's a bit of a shocked gasp that goes through the tavern. It doesn't appear that Thrain loses too many drinking contests.
Look at Barak and I just go, if he's knocked out, how are we gonna get the answer to the questions of the jobs? Or is that your department?
He's supposed to get you drunk enough that we can just send you out.
You can obviously.
It's not his game tonight, I don't think.
No, I don't think it's not in his game. We're not amateurs, is what you're dealing with
He only
here.
drinks all night without stopping. Also, he's a lot more adept than his ones, so also cheating.
Go have a drink.
drink all night for free. That's how it works. You won the contest. Whatever you
What
want.
about the 5 gold?
I want a drink.
Alright. How special?
And I look over at Isaiah and work.
Alright, well, how special it is first. Anyone else want a drink?
I'll pass. I'm giving it up.
Thank you.
Alright.
Good would I be if I
I'll
turned
just
down
have
a
one.
drink?
Thanks.
Alright, I'll get you one ale. And how special?
I'll have his as well.
Alright, 2 house specials. From house special?
I lean into you and I go, you understand that it's just the special means it's the drag cup, right? Okay. Just double checking.
He pulls out the bottle and pours you what looks to be a thick purplish liquid. There's a bit of a sort of like got a black tinge to it. There's a purple swirl through it. He slams 2 of those down in front of you.
I just take them. One after the other. Double barrels. Straight down the gullet.
All right, cool.
Who's going to be carrying a dwarf?
So can I kind of once he slams them down because there's no chance beforehand. Can I kind of pick one of them up and kind of smell the dregs and?
You can. It has a strange smell to it. It is a strong alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And
Made of 6 different beers. Yeah, it's just the dregs. When people don't finish their drinks, they just
He goes from smelling like quite fruity and quite a nice smell to something grotesque and sort of rotting.
It's a King's Cup.
Oh my god.
Sort of shifts between those two sort of pleasant and repulsive scents and aromas.
It's not bad.
Can I get you?
To die.
This
That
is
sounds
where
like
Andy
a death.
comes in handy.
It smells like iron. Why does it smell like iron?
To make
Did you have an aneurysm?
an intelligence saving throw for you.
Intelligence.
Oh my god. I'm not liking this. Was it a 1?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a 5.
It's a 5.
It's a 4 plus 1. It's a 5.
Okay, so as you knock back that second drink, you feel a strange sort of staticky feeling in your mind, and you hear some strange whispering.
Right, I probably think it's Arctic.
Probably. And you hear this strange feminine voice, so not Arctic. Do you perceive them, the murmurs in the shadows, the reflection of realms yet explored? Embrace the chaos. Therein lies comprehension.
This all resonates actually quite strongly with what we put.
He's like,
Shadows, chaos, mum.
So, I'm just going to put that in here.
Could you say it to me again, just so I could write it down?
I can. Which one did I say? Do you perceive them? The murmurs in the shadows, the reflections of realms yet explored. Embrace the chaos. Therein lies true comprehension. I think I left off the true.
I reach out for the chaos. How's that? What do I roll for that?
You can roll a charisma check for me. I'll send that to you.
Saving throw or just a straight up check?
Just a check.
In your mind somewhere you hear, what would Faustus do? Don't do it.
11. 6 plus 5.
11. So you reach out and you feel a strange connection, a strange presence, but it's just sort of beyond your grasp. You can't quite make a full connection with it. There is something there.
I do it again. No, I just. I try and high five the chaos.
Is this at the bar bar.
Just
Yeah.
One of the support beams.
That's an interesting drink you got there.
I wink at the chaos.
Doesn't wink back. Everyone wants to know.
I don't respond to the chaos's texts,
You ghost the chaos.
right? It's game.
In fact, when you wink at you do see a strange eye wink back. And make a quick religion check for you.
Yes.
I stare at the void and it stares back.
And spoiler alert, guys, it's a +1. Wish me luck. A 9.
A 9.
You're on fire tonight.
You recognise it, it's pretty well known, as the Eye of Mistra winks back.
Ooh.
Hi.
What mystery? Why does that ring a bell?
Goddess of magic.
Vistra? This.
Are you murmuring this out loud, or can it be
Yeah,
like
can we hear him?
Whatever the dungeon master decides, I am happy with.
you're like dazed trance?
He is saying it out loud, yes, he's murmuring it, so it's quite low, but with high passive perception, these guys are
I'm just like looking at him, and then I look back at Barak and I go, "That's an interesting animal you got there." But we're here for some serious work, not whatever fever dream he's having. Got rumors that some dwarf needs a finding in this city. You know anything about a job around that?
Dwarf didn't find it. We're not missing any dwarfs.
No.
Did you say Mistra?
There's a dwarf in the city. Got word. Obviously, other dwarves probably don't mind hunting their own kind, but some contractor from an outsider, perhaps. As an outsider myself, we could be of great use.
Well, we're looking for someone to retrieve something from a dwarf in town, yes.
That might be it.
It's a little moon type thing. Don't know much about it. I've got a picture of what it looks like. Looks like a little moon made of clockwork items, like a little clockwork gears and things. Apparently it moves, but I don't see how that would work. Anyway, it's beyond my skills. He's meant to be down on last saw him down on the Great Ford.
Interesting.
His little trinket doesn't seem like much work.
Nah, we could. Are you sure? Like, who's the hit on by? Who's interested?
Well, that would be the Forge Master. Well, there's the one.
Is that
Forge Master.
Daddy Man?
Forge Master Durham. He's down in the workshop if you want to go talk to him.
What's the pay? What's he got on the contract?
You get this item. It's about 5,000 gold for the item. Sweet. 2,500 if you bring back the dwarf's head. It's got.
Why the dwarves' head? What's in it for him?
I think the Forge Master likes it. You'd have to ask the Forge Master.
I mean, we could go and give him a bit of a questioning, but I think our professionalism means it's probably best that we just go and retrieve the item. Come back with what he needs. What are you doing?
And with a position like the Forge Master, putting in a good word for future jobs wouldn't go astray.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. Thank you. We'll take that contract if it hasn't already been picked up.
Open contract. No one's fulfilled it yet.
Alright.
There's a few that got it, but.
Understood.
That's all right. A few heads get in the way. It's not a problem.
We'll have to deal with them as we always do. Much obliged, Barak. We'll be back with, we take it directly back to the Forge Master, or we bring it back here?
Well, you can take it, bring it here. If it's the right thing, we'll send John down to the Forge Master.
Understood. Alright. Let's go, team.
Roll buff.
Roll up.
Mr.
Get a arm
Somebody
around.
grab him.
Come on, Nicholas, I think it's
I help Moira.
We get out, and
At
then
this point in time, she's just going over my shoulder.
So we're getting the fake one, a replica, bringing it back.
yeah, we're gonna go get one of the. He said that he made 3 of them.
We'll just go up, grab it, come back down, and just like boom, boom, boom.
Go meet this forge master,
That
find
won't
out
be
who put.
suspicious at all.
I mean, it seems pretty easy.
Out of curiosity, what would I know about the Forge Master?
The title is given to master craftsmen within the city. You don't know the name Durgrim, though. So typically, if someone's a forge master, it means they're a master smith of some sort.
Yeah. So presumably I should have known about this person, but I don't.
Ooh, some sort of person working in the shadows.
Yeah, so once we're out of earshot, of course, I'll lean and murmur, the name doesn't ring a bell, and frankly, if I don't know about them, then that's a surprise to me.
Perhaps it's not a real forge master. There's somebody pretending to be one in order to operate out of this place.
It would have to be. It's an honorary title. It's not done without fanfare.
Is there like a big book of Forge Masters somewhere?
There is a ledger of those.
There's always a big
It's a big book.
If it's not a big book, it's a stone tablet.
Well, I think it's go grab one of the fake amulets from him and bring it back.
Grab one of the very, very authentic amulets.
We'll get this relic. Yes, absolutely.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Alright. We're just gonna go reconnect with Aradin for like 2 seconds just to grab one of the fake ones.
He gave it to someone in the party last session.
I think it was Eleni.
So
Does that mean we have to go find Eleni down in level 13?
Maybe Isabel's got one on it.
Isabel.
Yeah.
Yay!
So we walk outside and we're just like,
Because realistically,
You're like, what are these?
We should probably wait a bit before going back in and be a bit suspicious.
Yeah, if we just like walk
5 minutes.
I mean, it's get an amulet off dwarf. I could probably sell that, but I think we should probably just have a quick short rest around here, and we'll move back in once we feel like enough time has been passed.
If we can potentially, there'll be a few places we can rest up near where we were told to look for it.
I think I might.
I think we've had one.
If while we're waiting we happen to come across anyone else looking for him, I wouldn't mind some stress relief.
Alright.
So we're just gonna go somewhere.
Alright, so you go, have a short rest,
Hang
play
out
some
a little
marbles.
bit.
nothing happens, come back.
How am I comatose?
Yeah, how are you doing?
Rest for about an hour, so you sort of come.
Can I do it?
a little.
Can I do a check on him, like a medicine
Yeah,
check or something, to try and
Yeah,
see what's actually affecting him? If it's arcane, obviously I don't know what it is, but 13.
Well, he's definitely drunk, but that does not explain the muttering and murmuring.
Yes, Mister.
I'll try.
I mean, it's a strong drink, but apart from that, I'm not getting any.
Come back to me.
As it starts to wear off, you do feel a burning sensation to go and find that eye of Mistra.
Oh no.
I must find her. I must find her. I must find her. I must find her. I must find her!
I think it's well
May?
enough. No, I think
Why are
we
you
should
holding
just
me?
stay here. May's got the right idea.
You couldn't hold yourself, could you?
You passed out.
Come on, Elfling, on your feet.
Tracks.
I'm just kind of.
Did anybody see a giant eye in the darkness? Just asking.
I
For a
think
friend.
you might have had
In the
very-
last 10 minutes.
Ever?
Ever? No.
Ever? Ever?
No.
I mean, yeah, one time I was down in the Underdark on a mission, and there was plenty of eyes down in the darkness there.
I described the eye. It was
That's a fair
beautiful.
point.
It was
No,
beautiful.
not that kind of eye.
You?
Pulsating black hearts, souls, red, but no.
Mate, this is your city. Surely you know about the eye.
No. The drink may have had a bit much of you.
Okay. I'm cool.
Fine. Good.
I'm just gonna go back to the tavern for a bit. I'll catch up with you guys in a second.
You're definitely not going anywhere.
Stay with us, Voliput. It'll be okay.
We'll go back in a little bit. We've got a plan.
Yeah, we've got a job to do. We'll see it through.
Oh, we're going back.
We will.
Eventually.
Okay, good.
And unless you want to piggyback right through the city.
Yes.
You don't seem yourself, friend. Would you like me to take a look inside your mind and see if it's all well?
No.
Are you sure?
I saw what you did to the old melons before Aradin stepped on them. I saw. You keep away from my noggin. False no consent. Everyone heard it. Isabel, you heard it.
I read some people's minds
No
before.
consent.
Basically, Aradin went all American History X on these Templars and severed my connection quite aggressively. About 11 games ago.
I mean, what is that, like a week game time?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It has been a week.
Yeah.
last week. I will try to cast some magic spells over him and just sort of like sense if there's anything that I can determine with my priestial background / connection to the divine.
So
check. It's gonna be terrible, but that guy's very
usually you check.
yeah. No, it's gonna fail. 6.
There's definitely something wrong, but you can't figure it out.
Alright, I'll let it go.
I feel like you would have to probe deeper against his requests.
Don't even think about it. I mean, kind of destroying the eye in dust on the wall while we're having our short rest.
He's losing it.
You
So, do I recognize it if he's
As you would recognise it as anyone who sees the eye would recognise it as the eye of Mistra.
Why would you
He
draw
was
in
saying
that?
Mistra.
Do you know anything of this, Isabel?
Would I know anything about Mistra and like any of that?
Outside of the fact that Mistra is the goddess of magic, not so much. There are meant to be many sort of artifacts in that shape that hold great power. It could either be the religious symbol or an artifact. But outside the fact that Mistra is the goddess of magic in divination, you're not really sure
Okay.
what else that symbol might mean.
So he's not usually
nothing.
like this, right?
He's usually a little all over the place, and I apologise. I'm not usually quite this way, but this is strange even for him. Very strange. And I would know a little of Mistra. I feel some of that would have come up in my studies.
I'm kind of leaning over Falstus as I'm trying to draw on the wall next to him.
Religious enclave I grew up in, but I mean, it's pretty clear that regardless of what's caused it, he drank the special stuff and twice.
It could just be a hallucination effect of the special stuff, maybe some arcane crap they put in it. I don't know. I try to stay away from any of that type of shit.
You don't understand. She winked back.
Hmm.
She winked back.
Mm-hmm.
They always wink back. You're a very handsome elf.
That I can actually confirm. It's the first time we've agreed on anything.
You guys.
But for now, be careful. You'll be a danger to yourself and to us if you don't keep yourself in check, Lolliput.
Sounds like a threat.
No, simply just mind yourself. Oh, wait, so sound like a threat.
Pulses is like, and then everyone's just like,
Maybe.
We just will simply have to solve the problem that. Damn it.
See, my
If I have to grab you and
Now we have 2 mums.
It's some sort of, I think, passive-aggressive love relationship these two have going on. I don't know.
Jealous.
No.
Look a little.
He looks jealous.
A little.
Are you split?
I look at an imaginary watch that I don't have because I don't have watches.
Maybe I am, but my wife's been dead for 10 years.
I give
So
him a hug.
don't touch me.
I think this is enough time for it to not be suspicious to go back.
Oh,
What?
you're
Before
back.
we go back in, Izmir did not. You guys seem to be a little bit more forthcoming. What is this? I've contracted to hunt a mage. What is Seraphine, the Empress, Lilith? What's going on? They're all part of this whole sort of like end of the world, days of the dead and apocalypse and stuff.
Well, sorry, Warren.
I feel like every time I turn around, there's more things that people haven't told me.
There's how do I describe? A great many turnings. Yep, there is much happening. Isaiah, it's not that any of the information that's been shared with you is inaccurate. You are hunting a mage.
No, I completely agree. In order for me to be the most effective at what I do, though, I need as much information as possible.
Right. Well, I would only say that Seraphine is a very powerful individual. Seems to have gotten herself perhaps on the wrong side of the Arularian throne.
I'm less worried about her because at the end of the day, I'm Bavarian. The Empire is rotten to the core. There's a lot of problems with it.
It will pass. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of I think about it a bit like a fad, really. But and then in terms of the Empress, well, it's the question of our friend's lineage, which I think is her story to tell once we find her.
So she used to be your friend, this Lilith.
Didn't, well, I might not have ever actually called her a friend. I would have liked to have thought of her as a friend.
Associate.
Surely. She would
Companion, one of the group.
Yes. Crazy, blood-sucking, blade-wielding monster that she was, but she was quite useful and...
Actually. Ulcers.
Yes,
You've done it.
I have. I'm not surprised.
Isaiah,
Yeah.
could you track me based on a sample of my blood?
Not blood, but I can do it in other ways.
Lilith has a bolt around her neck. Bolt with my blood on it.
You don't say. Let's see what the Forge Master has to say. If we don't have any luck there, let's pull on that thread a little bit more. I actually might have a couple of ideas.
Good job, Chris.
You're welcome. Now, does that satisfy you, Master Remington's deal?
I don't know what you're talking about. Keep calling me these funny names.
Isn't that your name?
Isaiah Steele? Yeah.
Isaiah Remington Steele?
No.
Oh, that's terrible.
Still talk, but I don't use the accent.
Yes, it's yes, maybe your brain hasn't been completely addled at the moment, but
Just when I thought you were cool.
I mean temporarily, not permanently.
You guys will see. She went back.
She brings
You guys will all see.
Alright.
That's
Looking for your friend and companion. Look, that's important to know, because as far as Izmir and all that gave me information, this was an individual that needed to be put down. If...
Wait, Lilith?
Yeah.
Wow, she's a maid.
No, I'm not like these secret people. I'm a mage hunter by trade.
We were hunting Seraphina.
No, I was told I was hunting a mage. Singular. Whether it was, and then the only people they've been talking about this whole time is Seraphina. But didn't realize this Lilith person was part of your group was also an arcane caster of some description.
Did they tell you what she can do?
No, didn't give me any information.
Oh.
I've got a clear understanding now that she's a bit psychotic and stabs people a lot, giving her the nickname Stabby Stab.
She's a good time.
Right.
The thing is, she's actually really good at it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, never let her know that you said that.
Why? Paul says, what good as a compliment? You can keep it to yourself.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, I can't
Your
argue.
beard is very well manicured today.
Why, thank you. It's a lie. I haven't had any time to groom.
But yes, right. Don't shoot that one. Shoot the other one. Maybe Empress, maybe not. We're gonna figure that out.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is you can give it a shot, but it might not be the best plan for you, for your safety, for your health. I feel after that hug, we're closer.
There's a bomb.
There's a bond.
You don't want to see me get hurt.
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay. I hunt mages for my job. I'm pretty good at it.
You've not hunted Lilith.
That's true. That is true. But we'll obviously come to that bridge when we need to, but apparently I'm not supposed to, so that's okay. We find her, but don't engage, because she's your friend.
And we'll die.
And I'll die. Alright, we're going back in. Alright, what are you going to finish it? You want us to keep going?
No, I'll just keep going.
I'll keep going.
You walk through the door and knock down the room.
Yeah.
It's not quite flat. That's okay.
But we get it. I'll get it.
The great
End of the world stuff. Keep the seal safe. We bring this fake one in. Find out who's we're trying to find where she is, right? All I know that she's just gone into the wind.
Seal's here as well. We'll be doing Kiss Marauders. Keep Seal safe.
I was trying so hard not to make a seal noise when we were talking about a seal. I was like, oh my, inside I'm like, no, don't do it, Mike. Don't do it.
First, to SeaWorld.
Don't let the
Alright.
intrusive thoughts win.
So, hopefully I can get that one in camera or view it properly. So we made our way back to the tavern. Because I threw Andrew's really expensive stuff all over the place.
It's alright. It's Dwarven Forge. Not that we're sponsored by Dwarven Forge in any way whatsoever, but please sponsor us.
Yeah.
Dwarven Forge.
But Dwarven Forge stuff is actually nigh indestructible.
We are A-okay with Dwarven Forge sponsorship.
Not be confused with the Dwarf city that we're in, or the Forge
You
Master.
return to the tavern.
False forge
And you are led down, when you produce the artifact, you are led down the side tunnel. It leads down deeper into the mountain of Mordor, and then opens up into a hallway. And you find yourselves outside a single door. And Barak says, alright, some workshops in there. Forge Master will be at work. Present him what you found. Tell him where you found it.
Understood. Again, I will do the talking.
I think we should give this to you, the replica.
Hold it.
Alright, so you walk in.
Wrap it up in like a
Yeah.
bit of cloth and stuff, just to give it a little bit more of a presentability.
Pop it onto the
Presentability.
camera. That's a bit far away. But
That's a word.
It's not, it should be.
Make it aesthetic.
Get the door out.
Aesthetically presentable.
You find yourself in a large workshop. And there are a few dwarves in there. You can see that there is an older dwarf who you instantly recognise is not a dwarf, but is in fact a duergar, standing at a strange metallic contraption. He appears to be working on it. There are two dwarf guards there, and you do also see, off to the right of your position, another robed figure who is working over some kind of magical glowing item. The two guards approach as you open the door.
Just put my hands up. Holding the satchel thing, I'll be like, been sent down to ask to present Durgrim his contracted prize. May I approach?
They don't speak, but they do step aside and let you pass. As if to let you pass. The Forge Master appears to be the Durgrim, and he does not turn around.
He's a filthy deep dwarf.
I have never actually said that word before, so I have no idea what they say.
I think that's right. Durgar.
Yeah, I said Durgar.
Durgar.
A little bit of weird inflection, but yeah.
His cough is good. Dwaga.
As I sort of move forward, I just quickly whisper over my my shoulder to the rest of you guys. Spread out, have a look.
I don't think they like browsing here. But sure.
You say that as I've just walked off.
Well, I'm gonna walk in and kind of go, John Travolta.
Yeah.
Just don't touch anything.
So looking around the room, do I see in particular any symbols or iconography, perhaps other than dwarven runes or text? Anything that might stand out as being perhaps out of place?
There's a strong smell of burning incense in the room, which is unusual given the fact that you believe it's a workshop of some sort. And the Forge Master does look like he's engrossed in the design of some kind of mechanical device that looks quite complex. However, where's that good one? What's the seal? Yes, I have. You recognise some iconography of something that Lilith once showed you, a small necklace, I believe it was, charm of
the followers of the thingies.
Yes.
What are they called? Cult of Lindra.
Yes.
That was on that wealthy patrons. Sure, is that the thing you lifted off that wealthy note?
And they were also they seem to be connected to Seraphine.
Somehow.
Cult of Lindra.
That symbol,
Which was the Death Mother or something. I've got it here somewhere. Give me 2 seconds.
I can remind you of who Elindra is.
Please.
We do know that. Elindra, you have learnt recently, is known as the Mistress of Madness.
That's the wrong.
And you came across a cult or seemingly a cult with some iconography of Elindra when you were in Ishvanor, and Lilith deftly pickpocketed an amulet from Lady Seraphine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're seeing some things that are connected now.
Right down.
So I'll elbow Lilliput and Isabella and sort of gesture towards what I'm seeing, so that they also see it.
What has been seen is also seen by us.
Are you Durgrim?
He's sort of, what is it? What do you want? Instructing my word.
For good cause, you had a contract to find this thing. And I sort of unfurl it and just hold it up with the cloth around my hand. And
He takes a moment to draw his gaze away from the contraption that he's working on, and turns to face it, and you see that his eyes, they light up, and it's very clear that they light up because there's a darkness to them, and they're sort of just a milky they're a dark black, but it's sort of like a liquidy sort of swirling in there, and they sort of brighten up and go a bit almost white as he sees it. Ah, the moon, the clockwork moon. We found it.
we did. Question though,
Bring it here.
well, payment first, you said 5,000. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the dwarf. he had a bit of scuffle with another group that had the contract on him, and fortunately managed to get away. Dropped this on the way out. Obviously didn't put too much importance on it himself. Self-preservation, you know, that kind of thing. But do you, money first, then item.
Alright then. You see the guards wander over to a little chest, a very large chest, and begin counting out some gold. 5,000 it is.
What's the other rogue figure doing at this moment? Still over that magic item?
She's still over that magic item. Indeed. Yes. Very deep in concentration.
I'm going to sidle over there. I've gone back to fists and ankles. The dwarven street tough.
Yep.
Straight off.
You can see that she's wearing purple, red, and gold robes. Because I painted it to That's what happens when you realise on holidays that you paint up the wrong counters and stuff for you.
A little flourish of pride there as well, I saw.
Yeah.
Not as good as the princess and we're a bit of a rush job. Anyway, and she does not react to your approach whatsoever. She's very fixated on whatever is happening in that it's like some sort of scrying bowl with some sort of liquid in it, green liquid.
I take out my hip flask, which I had filled up in a previous episode. Check previous episode. And I just look over her shoulder as I just casually sip at my hip flask into the scrying bowl.
As you look to that scrying bowl, you see, as it goes, there it is. You see the visage of what appears to be a human woman with black hair. She's wearing robes that are very similarly adorned to the dwarf, although there's no red. They're just sort of purple and gold. But as you're looking, you see that those aspects shift and become ethereal, and they shift to some sort of grotesque and twisted individual. And you can see that they're ever changing from between that, and there's sort of different iterations of the human who's beautiful and the strange, grotesque feature form. Cool.
Nice bowl. Nice bowl.
She does not react at all, the dwarven woman at all.
So holding the thing out as they bring the gold, I sort of gestured to give to these people. I go, so what's this thing for anyway? You seemed, that's an awful lot of gold for such a tiny little trinket.
It's not much gold when you have a lot of gold, really.
That is true.
No, not that I have a lot of gold. Well, we could be, I suppose. Anyway, well, come and have a look, I'll show you.
I'll rewrap it and sort of just hang on to it just for a
I
little
won't
bit.
do anything in here, but this will take show you what it does. All right.
I'll walk over.
Come on. He leads you over, and you can see.
Give everybody that.
I have no idea what those things are called.
The
An orrery?
the orrery or the ancillary? Is it an ancillary or an orrery? I think it's an orrery.
I think it's an orrery, yeah.
Let's quickly find out. And so, head over there, and it looks like it's a strange metal construction that has a lot of moving parts that are similar in design to the parts that you can see that move on the Clockwork Moon. And it appears to move itself, and there is a sort of spherical shape that represents a world in the middle. The orrery is a mechanical model of the solar system.
Yeah.
And you can see that it does shift. And it is very complex. There are hundreds or possibly thousands of moving parts, and you can see that all of the metallic objects. Actually, make a quick intelligence check for me.
Any particular skill or just intelligence?
Just intelligence check.
19.
19. You can see that the way that it's designed, and he sort of shifts a few of the bits and pieces around while he's sort of gorging over its design. that eventually all the bits and pieces are designed to end up in the same position in the center in some way, outside of those supporting
I kind of think
bars on
back
the
to
outside.
I see that and I go, okay, this convergence thing time.
So at the right time, that little moon you've got there, when it becomes a full moon, it'll open a gate.
That's fancy.
Right.
Get to where?
Well, if you open it in the right spot at the right time,
Very chatty.
open,
Yes.
it'll open up to all of the realms at once.
Wow, that's really, really cool.
It is.
I overhear something, just as I'm sort of still doing John Travoltering around the room. That's safe.
Well, it is if you've got protection. It's going to happen either way.
It's perhaps, just go with me here. What if you have no protection?
Well, I don't need to worry about that, do I?
Oh, I mean, people could be hurt.
I don't really care about the people.
Shut.
It's always like this smooth.
People
All
aside.
people get hurt every day. The gods manipulate and control people to do their bidding. When this opens up, well, we'll take care of that, won't we?
What?
Seeing what Pulses is going to do now.
Well, that's all very fascinating sort of thing, but your protection, you're protected from this. How do we get protected? Say we're entrepreneurs that want to obviously get in on this. We're not going to get murdered when this thing does its thing.
The dwarven woman actually responds, and she points directly at Lollipop. This one has already started the process. Giving up his mind for the safety of our mistresses. Protection?
Oh no, he just had too much to drink. I've never seen a dwarf who could handle his ale less.
Oh, so we just gotta drink the piss that's out there in the bar?
The first step is to drink the nectar of madness. And observe the fates of reality as they unravel. It's an exquisite dance.
Have you partaken of this ambrosia?
I have indeed.
Is that, what you, sort of, I guess, what's responsible for such a beautiful and vision that we see before us?
Well, I always looked like this.
So it was a dwarf next to me that said that.
Yeah. Which has not taken a gaze away from her scrying.
I get him real close. Have you seen the eye?
Oh, you saw the eye. Our mistress seeks the eye of mystery. The second of the seals.
How can I find it again?
Notebook.
Yeah, second seal.
Yeah, if you put this on, it takes a crown off her head and offers it.
Don't put it on!
Will be ends.
Is he moving?
He's right next to her at this point.
Is she putting it on
She's
his
taking
head?
it off and offering it to
Offering it.
offer it.
I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Can I sense what kind of, from my understanding, which is further away, but, close enough to be hearing the stuff, is there anything that we can see that suggests she may be one way or the other? Because obviously we had Lollipop's impression, but he's very close. From where Faustus is.
Her back is still turned to the group, so she has not taken her eyes off whatever is happening up here.
Yeah.
She's just like going like this.
And she's just sort of taken it off him, because he's gone right to her shoulder. And she's just sort of holding it there.
Yeah. So she just looks like a dwarf with a back hurt.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
And we see her holding out this crown.
Yep. Although her voice seems to be echoing throughout the chain.
Does Lollipop look like he's going to try and take it?
That's up to Lollipop. What will Lollipop like to do here?
Lollipop. Oh no, please. Sorry, mate.
I was gonna say-
Please, mate, go. Please.
As apparently designated babysitter and or shoulder thrower. I'm
Getting
just
a shoulder warmed up.
just sidling up as someone who may or may not still be under the influence of questionable ale. May need intervention. Just
Friends don't let friends wear enchanted crowns.
Untested enchanted.
yeah.
So Lilliput can actually start to reach out for it. It's going to be a slow movement. As he starts going to turn over the words of what she offered and said, so this would reveal the answers. Let me find the eye. And I'm going to see if I can touch into that chaos that I felt before up into the bar. I'm going to dig down deep into kind of whatever I have in terms of my power and see if I can read something about this crown.
All right. Now you are charisma based. So make a charisma check for me.
I will.
Sorry, just give me 1 second while I get stuff ready.
You ready for the number?
Yep.
18.
18. So your sort of innate magical senses tell you this is an extremely powerful item, but you get the feeling that questions would be answered if you put it on, but you might not like some of those answers.
Overhearing the conversation, seeing the thought, the reaching out, I just remind Lilliput that there are no shortcuts.
Every answer you seek and more.
Can I just gently, I'd say reach out, but it's more like a reach up. And just kind of place an arm, or like a hand, on his elbow. Just perhaps now is not the right time.
You seek the eye, this is what.
He's very conflicted.
There are many roads, Lilliput.
They're right. I found her once. I'll find her again. Keep your trinket.
Very well. She places it back and pulls her hood back up.
But you got some other stuff. Wand or Kupok.
Something less cursy.
What my friend is trying to say, actually, with the extra money, we wanted to know who your contractor was, who was actually after this. We might be able to assist with additional work.
The Forge Master responds, we were following the bidding of our mistress, the one that he has begun to contact.
And who might that be?
The Elindra, the mistress of madness.
Right.
Goddess that will return and save us from the gods and their war and their sacrifices.
And she's looking for these seal thing, the clockwork and the other thing. You know, are you the only ones looking for these things, or more of her people looking for them?
She seeks them. She might have others. She might not.
Can I do an insight check? I want to get a read if I can tell if he knows.
Yep.
Like,
inside check.
if he's being truthful in that he's a cell of the Elindra, and this is unconnected to.
I will assist.
That was a 21.
21. He's difficult to read because it's becoming clear that, as a servant of a deity known as the Mistress of Madness, he's not quite.
He's not all there, yeah.
But you get the feeling that while he might not be the top of the chain, he's got a pretty good idea what's going on, and it's more than likely that every cultist is seeking these things. So he wouldn't be the only one.
So he knows a general understanding, but he wouldn't know what the other cultists are doing per se. Okay.
Just general orders, and it's likely that everyone's received that. They need to go and find these
So if you're looking for this one, do you know of who's looking for the other one, like the Mr. one? Do you know where we would be able to find them? We could help them. We could help you guys with what
For
you're
that
doing.
kind of money,
Yeah, we're
If we knew where it was.
we're like prostitutes on a pole. We're ready to go.
yes, but
I would definitely pay you to look, but if we knew where it was, we wouldn't need to hire someone, would we?
That's true.
hold on, wait, just check some logic of that. If you knew where it was, you wouldn't have to hire someone. Yeah, that is the whole point. Yeah. We want you to hire us, perhaps. Perhaps if there's more of your mad cells around here, we can just, maybe help you out.
He goes quiet for a minute, and you can see these eyes, or what's left of his eyes, sort of shift over to the robed figure. She doesn't speak, but you can see that there appears to be some sort of conversation going on between the two. We can hire you. We'll pay you twice this if you can find the second seal. Triple if you can find the third. We can give you contacts in many places.
Well, how about this? You hang on to that $5,000 for about 10 minutes. I will discuss with my compatriots here on our mercenary sort of like setup and the contract and all this thing, divvying up of funds and things like that. If we're in agreement that these 3 jobs are good, we'll hand this one over, take your money, we'll go look for the other ones. Have you got at least a lead where the other one might be?
Well, we know where it was made.
The Eye of Mistra.
And where was it made?
Well, it was made in the Temple of Mistra.
And where is the Temple of Mistra?
Well, that's the hard part.
Right.
Deep
Deep where?
in the Underdark.
Why is the Temple of Mistra so deep? Did it like go down there in some great calamity or something?
We don't know. No, we do know. Basically, Mistra was taken and forced to create these things in secret.
Whom by?
Who do you think might want people put away?
I'm speechless. I couldn't say.
It's what tier? What are the major deities again?
Tempest, Eldath, and Bahamut and Moradin.
Are you talking about the like Moradin, Tyr, Bahamut?
Let's try and remember it.
Aye.
There's 4 of them though.
We don't talk about
When the silent part.
yeah, exactly.
The Empire worships 3 primary deities. The dwarves have their own, but the elves have their own too. But to give peace to the dwarves, they let them worship Moradin. But the Empire was Tempest, Eldeth, and Bahamut.
They're the ones that commission the creation of these artifacts.
They're the ones that had the most to gain out.
Well, that's true. All right. Let me discuss with my compatriots on our position. I think we're gold, but we'll just make sure we're all in agreement with the cut on this one. We'll come back in, make the deal. All right?
And just a quick question. How did you come to find yourself thralls to the Mistress of Madness?
I have always worshipped the mistress.
They saw the eye. We get that part.
So I'm curious what the mechanics is. So you left the womb of your mother.
We got it right back. Some real backstory stuff.
I don't specifically remember, which is probably for this.
And then you were just were drawn to her, or
When
she
you
was,
live in the darkness, the whispers come.
so this is going to sound, perhaps maybe an unusual thought, but this is going to sound like, have you ever heard of Lord of Tenga? Was there ever light in your hearts?
A light of mystery. No.
I
What did I
mean,
keep talking about?
Foster's.
What have they ever done for us down in the darkness?
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is that if all you've known
Force
is
deeper and deeper.
if all you've known is this, how could you know?
Why would I worship the gods that push my people deeper into the earth?
Do
There's
that.
not far left to go.
Let's. I think we need to go. I appreciate your efforts to convert this individual to a more lightful cause, but let's stick to business for this one.
Also, just give him some
Well, and I catch myself before I go on my spiel about being a priest of Eldith.
Before you
thinking
father
that
saves.
perhaps my audience is yes, right, okay. Well, should you need my card, I'll just be out here.
We'll be back. And taking the amulet with us and just leaving the gold for now, I want us to go back outside and we're going to have a quick debrief.
Look, I'm just saying that, if we could save their souls,
Wisdom save?
if we could just save their souls, that's, maybe just no one's asked them if they want to leave the cult.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fair. That's totally fair.
As you're walking away, you feel the presence of a second consciousness in your mind.
Oh no.
Arctic?
Tank.
Yeah, it's not Arctic. It's Arctic.
Eleni's boyfriend.
You're just name dropping all of our heroes.
Curious.
Hmm?
Very well. My name is Eliana.
Eliana.
Hold on, why is that name?
Way too close to my daughter's name. I shouldn't fix that.
I was like, are we talking to your daughter?
Oh, yeah.
You pursue answers.
Sorry, what was the name again?
Eliana.
Eliana.
Eliana. I can unlock the secrets that you wish.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm doing this mentally, not verbally. Go on.
If you devote yourself to the mistress, I can answer all of your questions.
I have to take a test.
Test your will to her. She'll grant you power beyond what you can imagine.
Do I have to answer now? Oh, well, that's fine.
He will be able to reach you wherever you go.
That's comforting.
Like not long distance.
What about if I want to reach you?
Well, that would be a little hard.
I mean, like, if I'm signing up to a club, I expect there's going to be, you're not really impressing me if I can't phone home.
Perhaps we can teach you how to communicate.
Oh, alright.
When you return,
Here, where? Return where?
I've been off talking.
Oh. You gotta catch up.
So we go back down the alleyway we were just loitering in and just go, that's some fucked up individuals in there.
Absolutely.
Alright, guys. I'm sorry I'm late.
Did you have to pull yourself away from seeking the eye again?
What's the right answer in this situation?
Why did you pause?
Friends shouldn't lie to each other.
So.
So you ain't going to say anything. Okay, we'll do that in a second.
That's a different problem right there.
There's a lot to unpack here.
We're gonna put that problem in a box. Deal with the other stuff first. Which is We can just give them the amulet, get some money, and get the hell out of here. We have an idea that we need to go after the Temple Mister. Now I know what you're thinking. This is my tracking expertise coming into play. Is if this is not the cell that your Seraphina is involved with, which it definitely seems like he has no idea what the other cultists are doing, then your Lilith and Seraphina are going after one of the other amulets. Which means that if you want to catch up or get ahead of it, you have to go after one of them too. Now I know what you're thinking is that how does this stop the end of the world? It's pretty easy. Like you said before, they can't enact any of this convergence upheaval stuff without these seals and releasing this demon lord. We stop that, that's at least one big thorn out of the side of the greater gods doing their thing.
I've always worried the wisdom of pursuing the thing that needs to be lost.
That's true. But somebody's going to get it out of the way.
Well, they have to get it within 54 days. Perhaps they just miss.
You said this woman of yours, Lilith, was quite capable.
Did I use those words?
He did.
Well, insinuating.
And if I'm assuming it is the Empress Seraphina, she's quite powerful with her magics. One of the only authorized magic wielders that doesn't need a handler. She can do what the fuck she wants.
Let's just say if Lilith decides that this is a problem that can be killed, there's no stopping it.
And who knows what her deal with Seraphina entails, or if she's being forced against her will to believe that, or doing it because she believes it herself.
I mean, once again, you don't know Lilith, but I'd be surprised if she hasn't stolen multiple things from Seraphina already. Regardless of how hypnotized she is. She's going back with pockets full of loot. That's how we know it's not Lilith.
Before we get to the second, how do we deal with the matter of the first?
Expand.
Well, we've just given the first one to the cult of the mad people.
No, we're giving them a dummy one.
Yes, but we still have it.
Take it with us, or we find a way. Maybe your friend Arctic can keep it safe.
It needs to be somewhere very, very, at least multiple numbers of 54 days away. So, but as it stands, it is closer to the cult than I would like. Okay, table that.
What about on the portable
Well,
hole?
point number 2.
But wasn't there an element of playing fire where we almost helped the send fire genasi to?
What we did.
That seems like a good place. Anyway, yeah.
That's interesting. No, I was gonna just suggest. Forget the Mordecai's razor. That's the old saying. A simple solution is usually the correct one, which is we go in there and we deal with this current problem ourselves. Then there is no cell to go after our clockwork amulet.
Yes.
And I mean, 5,000 gold is just sitting there anyway, so it's win-win regardless. But it depends on if you want to do this with bloodshed or without bloodshed. More gray area for me. I'm a mercenary. I do it all the time. I'll tell you stories of what I've done for the Empire. Because trust me, going in there and murdering cultists, it's like killing children.
You mean as hard, morally questionable, and...
Well, yeah.
I'm not entirely comfortable with how this conversation is going, I'll be very honest.
So, the way I look at it is, as much as Falstus may disagree with this, I'm not necessarily a fan of bloodshed. That being said, if we go in and give them the false artifact, they will catch on eventually, and we walk away with 5,000 gold and pay a target on our backs.
That's 100% correct.
If we choose to walk away now, they think we've got the artifact, we've painted a target on our back. Either way, unless we deal with this now, we're leaving some potentially quite dangerous adversaries right behind us.
Oh, there's definitely there's three ways that this is going down. It's and two of them we have the potential. One of them is delayed for the people to come after us, which is to give them and they find out it's fake and they come after us anyway. And then there is the immediate, and then there is the dealt with problem.
Either way, you're already exposed to the problem.
Either way, there's going to be a confrontation. Why don't we do it now when we know it's coming, rather than we don't see it coming?
Yes, I don't think there's any saving them. I think it would be a kindness to end their suffering and perhaps assist their souls a little closer to the light.
I mean, and I kind of open the jacket, and I'm just like, we could just do this the real direct, easy way if you want.
Yeah, cool.
With a grim kind of set of features, Mage kind of taps the warhammer.
For cleanup afterwards.
Then we get lunch. Shawarma?
I don't think Sarama's on. Well, they might have kebabs or something down here. I don't know.
So great. Take their money. End them. Clean up.
They're already lost. Now you can see just by talking to them the madness is set in. It doesn't matter if they're from the dark and this is what they live with and all that kind of stuff. This is who they are now.
Well, for now I tried.
We talked about it.
We love her. Isabel?
As much as I would prefer,
Ramen? I know, but they just don't have it this day.
I know a place.
Really?
as much as I would prefer a non-lethal method, we must do what we can.
Greater good, right?
I love the idea of us like in this kind of like group holiday.
Yeah.
Just scheming the demise of living creatures.
Greater good. Love it. Been living that for my whole life. Empire taught me that well. It's all for the greater good.
Yeah, I mean, you said killing children before.
Yeah,
This is
that's-
No, I said this ain't like killing children.
Oh, we must have missed.
Oh, is it the accent?
We must have missed the 8 part. Like I swore you said, it's like killing children.
Yeah,
No, I said it ain't like killing children.
Questionable imperial tiles aside, I'm entirely okay with getting this charging cult out of my city.
Well, it's a disease that's infested your town.
And, well, let's be honest, no one ever lets me fight anymore.
Alright, in that case, here's the plan. I'll lead. We come in, we do what we need to. I'll crack these 3 guys off. I'll throw them in. Some stuff is going to happen. It's going to be real fucking loud. Then we're going to rush in, clean up what's left.
Was it one way in, one way out of that place?
As far as I can tell, yeah.
I got some crowd control stuff that might contain the problem.
If anybody's left.
Well,
It's kind of like you sound disappointed. You're like, oh.
it's a cool line.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Just didn't get any credit for it.
So table talk, I go in, I throw the 3 grenades. They are 20 feet blast, the same as a fireball. Dex save, and they do 5d6 piercing damage each. So that'll be a total of 15d6 damage.
I'm not saying the dungeon master is going to be prepared for this, but should we map it all out for him so he has?
Yeah. I'm saying, get ready, Luke. Let's go. We go in. I throw grenades.
It is 10-10.
Yeah.
I imagine that will be doing next week, right? So do it if you want. It's up to you guys.
We should at least throw the grenades.
Yeah.
We should at least throw the grenades.
Yeah.
We should at least throw the grenades.
You guys are out here.
Yeah.
You guys that way.
Yeah, so move us all out.
Wait, how do we get the money?
We're just gonna have to pick it out of the rubble. Don't worry about it.
At this point in time,
The plan's already in motion.
well, look, you do me this favor, and I will make sure you get the money.
Woohoo!
So after you throw the grenade to the door, once again, table talk.
Do I just?
I'm gonna web up the doorway.
Nice.
With your
Well-
bolt magic.
Oh, what? Are you talking
You
about?
demon spawn.
This is complete.
You vile traitor!
20 foot radius.
Trash.
Was it 20 foot radius?
20-foot radius. It's a fireball.
See, out of character, this
As
is great. because-
as we're walking back, I kind of stop for a second, and I'm just gonna go. Do you want to just really sort this out? Like you said, questionable methods, but these people are really bad. I'm happy to put real focus on this if we need to. It's something I won't have on me after, but I do have something that can make this really hit.
Hold that thought. Out of character. So, what's above this and below this in terms of geographical location?
Run shop.
Above would be below the tavern. So
Yep.
you've gone down fairly deep. So likely you're not sure what would be in those levels, but there were other levels beneath the tavern of the Dwarven City. They would have housing and shops and things like that as well. You've probably gone down roughly a level and a half, you think, in the depth.
Yeah.
So
Collateral damage.
I'm not entirely okay with taking out my own citizens.
Oh, it should be localized.
So don't do the big thing, just do the little ones.
No, it won't make the explosion any bigger, but I can add something to it that makes the explosion in its confined area a hell of a lot more potent.
Oh, that's fine then.
Alright. So he pulls a sort of satchel that sits on the side, and he starts pulling out vials of liquid. One of them is red, and he grabs one of the canisters, and it's like it's already built for it. The canister has a bit of a hole in the bottom of it and a slot where he can slide in these liquid cores. And I'm going to add a burnt ether flame canister to one of the bombs, which is also going to make that bomb do 3d6 poison damage and poison everything that gets hit by it. And at the start of each of their turns, they take 1d6 poison damage if they get affected by it.
And the dwarves are resistant to poison, aren't
They are.
We are a hardy lot.
Yeah, small, but hard, great. It's a Bluey reference. Yeah, shout Bluey.
Or-
I don't say much.
No, it's only going to be that. Yeah, because otherwise, if you want the explosion bigger.
Wait a second, does everyone have a pair of sunglasses on?
No.
I can make them.
So one of those grenades is going to have the Uther Flame poison, and then the other two are just normal.
Let's do it.
I hold all three pins.
Do you have to make an attack roll for this or something?
No, they have to make dex saves.
Dex, is there anything I
Yeah.
can give
The
you?
problem is, each one of those is an action.
Oh yeah, to use them.
Yeah, so you're not going to be able to throw all three at once.
What if-
Well, we have 3 players.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yep.
And failing that,
Pull, throw.
I have rope we can tie the pins together.
We have weight
Yeah.
arms.
If I was the artificer, that's what I used to do. I used to wheel them together to make a big bomb.
What kind of check will it be for throwing? This is straight up dex.
They just make a dex save.
Yeah, it's literally anywhere within 60 feet, and then it explodes, and
Great.
it's like a spell.
Easy done. Your weak arms don't matter here.
I've got a good throwing arm.
I'll keep the one with the poison.
So, based off positioning, who's throwing?
Me.
And me, yeah. And what was that? Lollipop?
Yeah, he goes to throw.
That's false.
Who's the third?
I see.
Charge for the light!
Sorry, what was
Then who's the third?
that? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Let's open the door and I yell out, okay, we've got our proposal. We know what we're doing.
There's nobody in the room where you get all four because she's too far away. So depending on who you want to get.
I think we should prioritize.
I think we're prioritizing the lady yet.
Prioritize the leadership.
Yeah.
So it's a
These
guard.
guys are basically 25 feet away. So
And the cult.
Well, it's 20-foot radius.
yeah. So wherever you throw it,
Yep.
you throw it here, you probably get all of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you prioritize
Maybe
on a
not
scale
that
of
guy,
creepy.
he's the best, but that would probably work actually.
And what I'm
Dead center should be okay.
because I'm not throwing,
Yeah, go to dead center, it'll be alright. Yeah.
Next one down.
I'll prepare.
And that should get all 4. 1, 2, 3, because it should be 4 squares.
I'll prepare a 3rd level gun bolt
Yeah.
to strike down.
Okay, let's go.
And
We
you
throw in
who's
the canisters
Now.
and explosions go off. And I will remove.
As you're coming back, unfortunately, grenades.
His eyes are sparkling, that's not good.
Someone's had a psychic connection the entire
Oh
time.
no.
He's very well aware of your plan.
Sigma.
Because someone failed their wisdom saving.
Who? Is it false?
You're totally retconning. That did.
However, they are still within the chamber,
Oh, they're just super sure of themselves.
and they have also, these guys are basically prepared stuff as well. Just gonna get that out of
The explosion's already happened.
They have
Taking out the
counter grenades.
Yeah.
Right. So you guys walk in, you're going to throw. How many of mine are there? 4, aren't they? Make their saves first. And then for her, she's going to have the saves. 3 fails. Save.
And then Constitution saves as well for them, but it's against poison, so I'll have advantage.
That's a save. The second one, it's also a save. That's a fail on the Forge Master, and she. It's going to be close. It's a 15, isn't it?
15, yeah.
She saves as well, so. Forge fails. That's alright. So let's do the damage on the grenade first.
I roll. Get some d6. 5d6. Oh yeah! It's not half bad. Could be better. We have 3, 12, 16 points of
16 on the first one, so she succeeded.
go nat 5d6 for the second one.
Not.
Who failed for the poison? Just the Forge Master?
Yep.
So he'll take half damage if he's resistant. Ooh. 12.
12.
And he counts as being poisoned as well.
Poisoned. Sure, this is poison.
What is eyeball?
That's 6.
Excellent.
It's poisoned. I have a poison one. That's weird.
That's alright. I'll write it down.
Yep, he's poisoned.
Forge Master poisoned.
Poison's green.
Alright, second one.
16.
16 as well.
Oh, nice.
Um,
They take half if they've passed. But I had 3 fails. That's 32
yeah, she's going to survive. Save on those. Because she's a bit further away.
And Lollipop. 3 5d6.
5d6. So we got 12, 15, 19, 20.
Yeesh.
Not bad, not bad.
Solid.
The guards are dead. Everyone else is injured but still breathing, which means the guards won't get there. They're prepared.
So I had prepared my guiding bolt for anyone who is still remaining.
Yeah, well, you have to wait for it to clear for that to happen. Because then,
Oh,
well, you've got to see who's still there.
Yep.
So they get their ready attack. The guards don't, though. So, what should we do? He's not doing anything.
Bit of like reddish hue as well.
Yeah.
I pull out my gun and I'm just like
Alright.
scope on it.
Laser sight.
Clear.
Nice going to be. The first person in was Isaiah, so it'll be him. Come on, let's go. Can you please make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Wisdom save. Hiya. That is a 15.
That, unfortunately, is a fail.
Boo.
Boo.
As Isaiah takes, and that's terrible,
Boo.
7 points of psychic damage.
Sure. Okay.
Excellent. Alright. He's going to rush forward, and Faustus can roll his.
He comes through the haze. Faustus just goes. Calm me.
Just charge forward at first person to appear.
Yeah.
First goes off the board.
Oh, I mean, lucky I got like +9, but yeah, +2 for that. Do I get any advantages here? I got 12.
That's a miss, unfortunately. What? Bullshit. I have to go through. Who was it at? The Forge Master or?
I think so.
Yeah,
the top of the
no,
forward
that's one I could see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, well, let's roll some initiative.
Yep. I think we'll be okay. 15-minute comment. Let's go.
Alright, guys. Oh, I need that too. Alright, so let's just
14.
what's her bonus? Where did you go? There you are. Where'd you go? That's not right.
Damn it, that would have been huge.
That would have been good.
6d6.
Was it a upcast? Third level?
It was, yeah, 3rd level.
Alright, now anyone?
I had +9 to hit, but I rolled a
22.
22, 15 to 20.
16 for me.
15.
19?
So,
I'm just going to load up again.
16 for Lord.
That's right.
And what was it for Foster's? 15?
15.
And Isabel.
14.
14.
Just outside of that range.
And alright. Isaiah is first.
You said the guy was bloodied? Does he look really bloodied? He does not look bloodied.
Injured, but still
Ooh.
good.
Let's go a bit ham on him then.
You can go away.
We're going to grit point for an accurate shot. Which gives me advantage. I'm going to sharpshooter it. And because I have gunner, I do not get disadvantage for being within 5 feet. So I literally just hip shoot him. I was like, you look like you survived.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
That's what I meant to roll.
Oh, this is gonna hurt him because I'm gonna make it a violent shot, which will double the dice.
That sounds good.
Double the dice.
Yeah, so I do an extra 1d. I do an extra of the damage type dice. So it turns it, which is only 1d10, it becomes a 2d10, and then because I rolled a crit, it's 4d10 because you double the dice.
Yes.
Is that 2 10s? It is.
Ouch.
Oh, it's sharpshooter.
So,
Oh no.
for violent shot, isn't it just bonus damage per grit point?
Yeah, and I spent 1.
So,
So when you make a firearm, you can spend the grip point. The attack hits, you can roll an additional weapon damage die per the grip point that I spent. So I spent 1, so I get just the 1 extra. I could have spent 2 and made it 60 10. It's actually a good point. I might do that.
I'm looking for this for a little bit more.
So it is 44 points of damage. So 29.
44?
29 on the dice plus 15. Yes.
44. Where is he? There he is. Alright.
And because I got a crit, I get a grip point back, which I re-spend for another Deadeye shot, and I'm going to do it on my second shot. For a 25.
That hits. It's only if you do a 12 it doesn't hit.
Yeah, that's fair. So for 13 damage.
13.
So he's still up.
He's still up.
Action surge.
That's it.
We're basically getting a quick time event here.
I feel like it's just like he pulls it out and just goes like walking towards him. It's like, oh god!
For anybody
What's
that's tuning
that? A dagger? Whoa!
in, Andy's been in combat for like 20 minutes.
If
and
you
he
guys
knows.
can do stuff, so can I.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh no.
How bad is he looking?
He's looking bloody down.
He's looking pretty bad.
Do it. Still standing. Looks like he's confident enough to whack you back.
All right, we'll do an arcane. We'll do another Deadeye shot, and I will put a sharpshooter into this, which will make it a 19.
That does hit too.
Oh,
Yes, it
man.
does.
Oh Jesus! Good damage. 22.
22. Right, where we go?
Oh, sorry. And then my 4th shot, because I action surge, I take the entire attack action again.
That's right, yeah.
This has got nothing on it. It's a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Take another
For
shot.
another 13 points of damage.
13. Alright, so you see that his armor is now peppered with holes. He's bleeding profusely from many wound points, many wounds, and he looks very, very angry.
I'll just like tip my hat and just go, sturdy motherfucker you are.
My turn next. Alright, that brings us to Moira.
Excellent. So Moira will, after kind of dusting her hands off from the grenade. I'm not sure what's on that.
You don't.
We'll basically toss the shoulder of the cloak aside, reach behind her, grasping the hilt of a very, very large red-tinted greatsword that she pulls out from behind her. It is dwarven, so it's kind of about as twice as wide as a normal greatsword, just always so like twice as small. As she sort of puts it in front of her, she kind of stares at the absolute horrendous carnage, gives Isira a nod, and then runs forward. So just looking at the map.
Forge Master's right in front.
Yeah, so she'll basically run up, and with a string of curses and a slightly manic grin of someone who's finally been let off the leash.
Oh no.
She'll try and strike out. So we have 2 d20s there. So she'll be attacking twice with the greatsword.
Yep.
And as she brings it down, basically, so crimson flames spread over the blade, lighting up the room.
That's so cool.
I'll take that. So there's a natural 20 and a natural 1.
Duality of man.
Or dwarf.
Or dwarf.
So ignoring the natural 1.
Because you can take that, though.
I mean, look, I could, but I'm not trusting my luck. Especially if I somehow chop off someone's gun hand, and then, let's be honest, it's not going to go well. May I please borrow an extra d6?
Oh, yes. Please. Yes.
Thank you.
Murder this mofo.
That's the plan, at least. Actually, that's a good question. It's a crit. Does it double the additional fire damage as well? Cool. So we're going to roll this twice. So... Yeah, that's a 2. Cool. Beautiful. So 15 for the standard damage. Do you want me to split between fire and not?
Yes.
Yes.
Just make it half.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so.
And so I go these 2 for fire, these 2 for not. So that's another 4 damage standard, so bring up to 19. And then another 2 fire.
Don't forget to add your strength roll.
And yes, plus 5.
That's gotta hurt.
He is looking very bad.
But not dead.
But not dead yet.
So much health.
He does have a lot of health.
That's
He
fair.
did have a lot of health.
Yeah, correction. He had a lot of health.
What was that equal?
And then I'll action surge.
So fun. Hold on a second.
Isaiah yells to you and goes, "Get into the flank!" I think you can just move around and get advantage on your attacks.
May I? Is this the...
Things like,
no, please don't kill him too.
No, that's not allowed.
So, once again, sorry, I don't normally play a martial class.
You just make
yeah.
2 more attacks.
Yeah, that's it. I was just double checking the extra attack. So another 2. Double 3s. So 11 total.
Misses.
Yeah.
So he reels from those first attacks and just manages to get his own. What's he got? He gets his shield up just in time to parry those aside.
Another string of curses and something about being out of practice.
Those attacks drive him back to his knees. He's weakened and bleeding profusely. And at the end of your turn, the Eliana is going to take one of her legendary actions.
Legendaries! Yay!
So, I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
I'm so excited.
19. Natural 20.
So, 16.
Good, because my intelligence is a +1.
16 is the DC.
Yep.
Fail.
Fail.
Awesome.
Pass.
Pass.
Maybe.
Yeah, I fail.
I'm just going to put one of the other ones. You guys are disoriented until the end of your next turn.
Creatures, divine magic. Favored by the gods. Hold on, I'll use favored by the gods.
No.
2d4.
Yeah. Because I could change this. I could change my stars. And that makes it 17.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, God power.
So good.
And so you save. Just
Just.
also takes 12 points of psychic damage.
To an already rough head at the moment, like, you know.
Is a saving throw an ability check?
The saving throw.
7.
Unfortunately, it's now the Forge Master's turn. he is going to attack.
Oh, sorry, that was 12 psychic, wasn't it?
Yes.
Are you thinking about using that re-roll thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work at 2. That's alright.
So he's going to roll his attacks. First attack. That is cocked. That's a 9 plus. Shouldn't play that, should I? Where are we?
As he attacks, I do have Sentinel.
17 to hit.
Me or her?
You.
Me? That will hit.
So.
Just allows you to do an attack roll, yeah.
It's just that song.
I keep forgetting about that extra. Sentinel is only ever used when people
Just
in those
stop the
combos,
person.
but like you forget that it actually just does. Like if your friend next to you gets attacked, you can just attack. Like people forget it can do that.
Yeah.
Same as like sharpshooter.
Stop the
People go, "Oh, it's damage." I'm like, you do also know that it takes off the range restriction of your ranged weapons, which means you can just shoot up 300 feet of them
So.
with pretty much everything. Longbow 600.
Where are we?
Warhammers.
17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow, the Warhammer 40,000.
Plus 10 points of fire damage as flame runs down the head of the hammer and slams into your exposed.
bloodied.
What is this? Cult of Hunger?
So you go ahead and make your attacks.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
Wreck him.
And
Before he gets his extra.
Look, I'll pay it. So 22.
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was a 2.
That explains the reaction.
Yeah, I bet.
Sorry, viewers haven't done any music.
We make our own music.
Yeah. I can feel it in their souls.
Okay, so standard damage. So 11 slashing, and then 4 fire.
He's barely standing, swaying on his feet.
Somebody finish it.
So the second attack comes through, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh, is that?
I'll take that.
3. Okay, so that's not as good. 6.
And he's attacking again and you got a nat 20.
7 points of bludgeoning damage and
Maybe I will.
14 points of fire damage.
No, that'll do me. I get knocked out, but I get up again.
That's the end of his turn. Anyway,
So then it just goes, oh,
it means it's Lollipop's turn.
But I'm disorientated.
You are disoriented, which gives you disadvantage.
Oh, right, okay.
Which means you can still Rochambeau him if you need to.
Cool. So,
do it.
rules clarification. With Melf's Minute Meteors, can I summon them and cast them on the same turn? Because you summon them as an action, and then as a bonus action, you can
It's like
then...
spiritual weapon, right?
You can do that because it's the effect of one spell.
Yeah.
You're not casting a spell. That's fine.
So, these kind of like pockets of chaos energy form around Lollipop, and from them, 6 flaming spheres go and float around Lollipop's head. He's looking a little bit drunk from the effects of the psychic attack.
The spell says, and as a bonus action, each of your turns thereafter.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
so
have
it
to
is
do next
after.
round. So the meteors get summoned, and then you use the bonus actions afterwards. So don't attack on the first one.
Okay, so scratch that because I don't want to do that anymore.
That was so well described though.
Yeah, what
I
was-
apologize.
It's very appreciated.
you know. So chaos
Summon them. You might.
Could leave the big bad alive. Yeah, just leave him alive.
So I'm gonna fire a chaos bolt then at the Duergar in the white robes.
He's just unpainted.
White robes.
No, he's got white robes, man.
That's all I can see from here is
It's an
a white
amazing paint
robe.
job.
White robe Duergar.
The top-down lighting is phenomenal.
So much that I thought.
I want to get like a nice camera nice and close.
We'll get there.
Chaos Bolt. There we are. Make a ranged attack. Not gonna work. So I sit down.
Just gonna slide this back so I can stay back for a sec.
It's okay, you're seeing double and you just attacks but on one.
Worth it.
Alright. That brings us to Foster's turn.
And I am nothing if not a stubborn Dern elf. So I will once again, because I don't want to leave anything to chance, although because I have to roll for it, I'm leaving it to chance, but then I will cast another 3rd level Guiding Bolt. This time I will use Twin Spell and I will target White Roby Fella and Legendary Action Lady. And I have already do 6
Absolutely.
okay, because
It's
I'm
only fair.
so yes. Do I have to roll the damage, the hit twice? Or just
Yeah, 2 separate. It makes 2 separate bolts. So you
Okay.
get a roll. One attack at her and one attack again, and then roll damage.
Okay, so that is 18 to hit. First guy.
Yep, that hits.
And he takes 7, 8, 12, 14, 15 damages. Celestial
If
energy.
he wasn't resistant to
Nice.
fire, you would have got him.
I forgot at the beginning of his turn he took 1d6 poison damage, but that's fine.
I was gonna chuck him right.
Yeah, it's all good.
And I like to feel that somewhere inside Faustus takes great pride in the fact that he cleansed him.
I always feel like I was like sad as he was rolling. So, yep, go ahead. So what we got there? This is on there.
Yep, and so that is 17 to hit.
That. Just let me check one little quick thing.
That's a dangerous statement.
Yeah. And he seems excited. I don't like it. I'm just going to add up the dice.
Excited DM noises is never a good sign.
Alright, so that guiding bolt is directly on target until she throws up a hand and casts shield and ricochets aside and slams into the roof.
Boo.
Well, it slams into the
Times like this, we miss Lilith.
19 damage. Take that, roof. Pew.
Dislodge any stones.
Oh yes, does it happen to dislodge the ceiling on top of her after, it's basically like... I mean, with the structural integrity, the end above.
The collapse.
Desire, miscalculate.
Yeah.
Now,
Having a flashback to collapsing tunnels.
anything else that Faustus would like to do?
That's a wonderful question.
You can knock me down, because I'm unconscious.
Oh yeah, there's that whole chestnut, isn't there?
No, that's fine.
Got to field him.
No. He did the right thing.
Yeah, I am. I'll move next to him if I'm not already, so that I can definitely be healing him on the next time around.
Yep, easy enough.
And I will end my turn.
That brings us to Isabel.
Punch her to death.
Fuck, shoot me with that. 1, 2, 3,
Gonna-
4, 5, 6, 7,
Don't you bad magic.
Awesome.
You're a monk. That's easy. Easy for you. She should be
Weapon
checking
of
out
certain
that.
death.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I gotta be really
Go for it.
Bonk the shit out of her.
Yeah. 15 minutes, says Andy, because he spends 15 minutes on his stuff.
That's why I thought it would be it.
16 misses, unfortunately, because the effects of shield are still up as it ricochets off that invisible barrier as well.
Get a second attack.
But second time. Nope.
This is as well.
Do you want flurry of blows to hit a
Yeah.
Any key
many more
points?
times?
Hang on, let me.
Pop, 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 pop.
Too many things.
You got this.
So 2 more attacks.
2 more attacks. We believe in you.
Yeah, you dice. Let's
Yeah. These dice have disappointed.
go. Yeah. They are
As
bad.
a flourish, Isabel swings around and spins into a second series of attacks.
That is a 23.
That does hit.
Woohoo!
Show hit points gone. I went over the top of where she is.
That is 13.
13 points of damage.
And
I'll describe that one for us.
she,
We're using the staff again, or it's
yeah, still using the staff. Probably just gonna, she'd try and find like an inning in the shield and probably,
Yep.
yeah, just
You can see that sort of shimmer as it passes through that arcane energy and slams and cracks her in the ribs, and you hear a couple of ribs crack.
she cannot regain hit points until the next turn.
Okay. And next second attack.
Did you do a fourth attack?
Fourth attack.
Oh.
Yeah, you're running fast. Just keep going and going.
What about Monk Fighter? Multi-class. Attack 4 times. Attack 4 more times.
26.
Nice.
Definitely hits. Go ahead
And
roll
another 13.
13, alright.
And she continues to not gain hit points.
At the end of the quarterstaff round, slamming into her other ribs, you hear more cracking and popping.
Yeah.
All she really does in response, she is very injured and bloody.
Woohoo.
She smiles in response.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's her turn now.
Oh no.
So,
Help.
She puts the crown on you.
now,
Oh no.
she had already put the crown back on.
You lost the monk.
No, I mean she takes it off and puts it on Isabel.
You take this.
Don't give him ideas.
She's like, no, I don't
No, I
want.
don't want to.
I don't want responsibility. Get away with that.
No, I do not want it.
What if she?
I do not want the sacrifice.
What if she becomes like a princess of the dead and she now controls a small undead faction, like a little army?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a weird pathway for Isabel.
So she is going to use her Mind Spike ability
Mm.
on, let's see,
Definitely the dwarf. That's the Durga.
probably we'll go roll a dice and see. 1, 2, 3. Where's my d4? Let's see who it is. 1, 2, 3. That is on Falsus.
Believe in you, bro.
Good luck.
That is a 21 to hit.
Was
Yeah, that does hit. Somewhat surprisingly.
There they are. For 26 points of psychic damage.
bleh.
Okay.
Is that out of curiosity? Is that all it does?
It is all it does for the action style.
With the 3 health points that
She's not done yet.
that Lolly put,
Yeah.
you know, he's just trying to help me with my dislocated shoulder. Do we think that the time it took to teleport to the time that
You
there
really
might have
need
been
all
a short
the
rest
hit
and
points.
that those points might have recovered, or am I still damaged 3?
Still damaged.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is what-
I just forgot to count that, so I'm still up. It's okay. It's alright.
Alright, so the crown that she's wearing is going to. Where is it?
Found a new owner.
There it is. I need Lolliput to make a what is it? Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Charisma saving throw, sorry.
Charisma saving throw.
Yep.
Oh, that looks charismatic.
It's average. Then I bring the thunder to make it a 17. 10 plus 7.
That's.
I kind of like shock for a second and then I just turn into a
Where's
winning
this
smile.
I
It's
see.
16, wasn't it?
I see evil
Yeah,
grin.
16 and use a 7. Yeah, so that saves just. As you feel a presence trying to dominate your mind, but you manage to fight it off in those tendrils of darkness.
No more spicy drinks for you.
Bam.
Looks like a darkness is lifted. Alright. That is the end of her turn. But now. Alright. Back to the top. Isaiah. Death saving throws.
Trusty dice roll. I have a save.
Save. Very good.
So I move that nat 20 so I can just stand up and be like, I don't hear no bell.
Alright. At the end of Isaiah's turn, there is a legendary action coming, which is
Nah.
Going to completely
random creature. So let's roll a dice.
15.
That is 1, 2, 3. That is Moira. Just make a where did it go? Wisdom saving throw, please.
That sounds like a thing you are fantastic at.
70-year-olds are known for being incredibly wise.
Let's go.
Just ask them.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Confident, yes. Wise, maybe.
Can we just lose our 70-year-old market?
Yeah, I think so.
So that is a total of 6.
Alright, so you begin to see strange shapes operating within the workshop. You can see these dark swirling tendrils coming out of the floor and these sort of shadow duergar appearing and crawling out of the crevices of the wall. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh no.
And you see everything in the room appears to be some sort of threat, including the furniture, things like that.
What are you doing? I'm attacking this duergar here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a check. That's a check.
The horror area looks like it's going to attack. It's transforming into a mimic or something along those lines. So,
Yep.
So it's your turn.
Excellent. So,
You make the save at the end of your turn.
yeah.
You do have disadvantage on any attack rolls.
Yeah. So, with the potentially confusing cry of "There's more of them," basically watch the corners. So, am I still able to distinguish my original target, or?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't specify with this one, so sure.
So I'll still kind of stagger a little bit as she runs forward. You know. Yes.
Just
Yes.
stubby little legs. Just make it over.
Look,
Exactly 25 feet.
I'm all about succeeding in spite of my disadvantages. And she will kind of recklessly swing, trying to do her best and, you know, actually make the target, despite the enemies that are suddenly looming all around her.
So go ahead and roll disadvantage on that one.
So first attack disadvantage is a natural 1, and second attack disadvantage is so that'd be a 26.
That will hit. Absolutely.
The other option was a natural 20,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
That'll hit.
Can we take the natural?
Sadly, no.
Wing.
So, on that second attack, I will use one superiority die to make it a disarming attack, if possible.
Yep, she does have a staff. So.
My aim is to try and knock the crown off her.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So, strength save.
So when you hit with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to add it to the damage and some attack. DC 16 strength saving throw.
Well, she has rolled a 16, but
She's a
she
negative.
has a negative strength mod.
Yes.
So, the staff does fall away from her hands, yes.
The crown.
Ground, sorry. Falls onto the ground as you just manage to, as you strike her and hit her with a pole.
And you add the extra d8 to the damage.
Yep.
Let's go.
Oh yes, what do you need to get?
D6.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like from your description, I feel like you're just gonna kill her here.
I mean, look, if I disarm their head as well,
Yeah.
then I'm okay with that.
You realise that the crowd has fallen off because the head went with it.
Yeah. Okay, so 16 slashing.
Yep.
So 21, and then fire 4. Apparently, fire damage is awful.
Alright, so, yeah, that's been shocking for you. The crown does clatter at the ground, and you're like, yes, I got the crown off. And you look back, and there's just blood spurting out of the decapitated corpse.
Oh my
god. She's dead.
I feel
Really the sun heck out of her.
Yeah, Moira. And I reached out and I cast Cure Wounds on our friend.
Decapitated blood.
I was about to say, you can try and cure that.
Not the decapitated body. I'm just taking care of business for our pew gunslinger.
That way. So, you all know we get. The forward pass is up.
You get 17 points of
I
health.
attacked the bottom. 17 hit points. Thank you.
Alright. So, with that, we finished combat. Everyone is currently. Enemies are all dead. Now, do you want to.
Say the magic words, Luke.
Say it.
Are we out of initiative?
I don't know what was next.
What magic words?
Level up.
Everybody levels up.
So, we will. Given the time, we'll end it there. And we can sort of do any sort of investigations at the start of the next session. And
Sounds
do
good.
things like that. Alright, so, it is quite late. Thank you for sticking around. We had an awesome night. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully, we will see you.
Big one to bring us back into the new year.
Welcome back. Thank you to Nat for her special guest appearance. Thank you to our affiliates, Eldritch Foundry. Thank you to our affiliates, Eldritch Foundry, Roll with Advantage, and Elemental Arcade.
The socials, join the conversation on Discord. We're lonely.
Yeah.
Not really, there's lots of
Buy
people.
our shit
We have socials, we're on Threads, we're on Instagram.
Buy stuff on Redbubble.
All the links are on our Twitch channel. So if you're watching, check them out. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. Fastest rules!
He doesn't.